Hello and welcome everyone to another live stream. And I know I said only, gosh, was it about 3, 4 days ago? 3, 4, 5 days ago, probably, somewhere around there. I said there might not be another one for 10 weeks, which is when the next holidays were. But I did also mention that I might end up doing one all of a sudden randomly, and this is one of those occasions because we're in lockdown now, so school's got a day off today, like from online work, while all the teachers like get all their stuff organised. Which of course I'm going to be sticking to my timetable and doing all my work, which is good. But enough about that. It means that I can be here today to live stream, which I'm certainly not complaining about. I like doing live streams and getting into contact. Well, not getting like in contact with you all. Like you all get to like chat with me, and I can chat with you, and you can watch the stream, and I can see what you're all up to. So a bit of a random, unscheduled intro. I didn't have anything prepared for that. I just made it up on the fly. But that's kind of what I do. Very rarely is it scripted, these live streams. I just usually have a general idea. Hello to Wilbert the Forest Engine or Riley. Welcome. Let's see. The one and only Growler says hello. Hello to you too. Let's see. Bernard the Little Tank says hi. Hello. And welcome, everyone. Just as a bit of a check, can everyone hear me all right? Because I've had to reset StreamYard, so I don't know if everything's working all right. And if it is working, if it's working okay, then I will go with that. It does appear to be going the full bars on this thing for the microphone, so if that's working well, then we should be okay. So yeah, if you can hear me all right, just put like a thumbs up or a yes in the comment in the chat. Luke says, "Hey then, I'm starting to post content again. Ooh, I will have a quick look after the stream if you remind me before we go, because I have a tendency to forget things." Okay. I also don't have Edward here today because he's doing something else. Cameron hasn't replied, so I'm going to be on my own. And I think I might prefer that way for today, just like a nice, quiet, peaceful day on the stream where you can just hear me rambling on, rambling on about every single little thing. But unlike the previous streams where we've had someone and they usually keep up things, I'm going to run this a bit differently today as a bit of an experiment. I'm going to put the chat up on my phone, which I haven't done for a while because usually others are here to read it out, and to save me jumping back onto Google every 5 or so seconds, I'm going to pop on over to Sorry, I trailed off then. I was just looking at this thing. So yeah, I'm going to just looking on YouTube at a few things, and then I'm going to pop on the live chat on my phone. There it is. It's just popped up. Okay. Luke says, "How have you been, mate?" I've been okay. It was just a bit of a shock yesterday. I was saying to one of my friends in the morning class that it was likely we were going to end up like this, and that's what happened. So yes, but you know, that's okay. I don't mind. Pretty nice morning, actually. I might open up the window, let some fresh air in. I'll just give me a second to do that. There we go. Let some fresh air in. And I'll go turn on bigger light instead of my desk light. Okay. What should we do? Okay, I think we should start it with trains because could go with that. So I know it says Railway Series IoS route building, but I'm thinking just for today, right at the start, we can start with a running session. So I'll go into driver. Feel free to suggest Railway Series engines, or if you want me to drive one of my AU engines that I've reskinned models into. If you want me to drive one of my AU models and talk about that, suggest them. Feel free to suggest them, and if there aren't any suggestions, I'll just put down something anyway. Continuing on from one of the community posts that I published on the main channel. What's it called? What was I going to say? The next episode of Soda Stories of Chaos, it is finished. It is ready to go, but I'm going to wait a bit. I'm going to wait until the next 3 episodes. Yes, Series 7 is quite a long series. It's about 12 episodes long, I think. And yes, there's definitely another 3 episodes. I'll just check the spreadsheet. We are going to be releasing Sidelines soon. I'm not going to spoil the next few episodes. You know, just you can wait for those. But there is 1, 2. Oh no, it's gone back up to the top now. Stupid thing. And it's very laggy as well because I've got trains open. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 more episodes to go, so I'm going to wait until at least the next episode has been. Going to wait until the next one is finished. Then I'll release those 2 at separate times, obviously, not on the same day as well. Either probably a couple of weeks apart. And then I'm going to work on the final 2 episodes. And this year we will be getting another Christmas special because it's been a while since we got one of those because we've always finished mid-year. And the last Christmas special was probably not even at Christmas when I released it. Last Train for Christmas of Series 1. So yeah, I'm not going to release that before Christmas. I'm going to release it on Christmas for me, and then it will be on Christmas Eve for everyone else. Well, for almost everyone else. And that's what I have planned for that. So there are 4 more episodes of Series 7 to go. No, there are technically 5. Yeah, there are 5 more episodes to go, but there are 4 more I need to work on. So 5 more episodes to go, 5 more episodes to see, and then I will be taking next year. I won't be uploading SSOC for about a year while we get Series 8 done, and then Series 8 will come out in 2023. So yeah. I'm going to try and make Series 8 and 9 at the same time so that they're all finished. So all the episodes are finished before I release them all. And then that'll keep content going for at least 2 years while we work on Series 10. So in the meantime, and I don't mean for the next 3 years, in the meantime, we're going to open up trades. And Luke says, the thing that haunts me is knowing that I've got to restart my old series again. So you're restarting your old series as well? Or are you making a new one, or just restarting it on its own? I haven't been on YouTube lately to look at all of my subscriptions. I've just been watching the odd video here and there, and then jumping straight back into either my schoolwork or trains. So I haven't really. I need to turn down the performance to low. There we go. Now I can move freely about. I need to change the settings as well. I always change the settings to high when I take the photos, take screenshots and everything. And then the moment that I load back in, everything's really, really laggy. You can see it's struggling here. And that's not helped by the fact we've got the stream open. So, oh, I've driven off there now. You can see it's extremely lagging. So let's hope the driving performance isn't impacted by that. Plus I am running out of space on my laptop, so that's probably not helping either. Yes, me running out of space on my computer, that's nothing new, is it? Let's see. For those who haven't been on Discord to see my Gordon, I will show you it now. My AE Gordon. Quite proud of him. There you go, this is Gordon, in his LNR livery, obviously. But he has a nameplate with his name on it. And I've got a tender for it as well, but it's separate. I've not bothered to copy anything. This is the 1923 to 1939 LNR livery, before NWR livery, before he was rebuilt into an A3 in 1939. And then he does. Oh, sorry about that. He does have a tender, this one. Let's see. Then we have the 1939 to 1948 version, which is an A3 left-hand drive. Give that a tender and give it its proper 104 so that the name changes. And the number, obviously. And we'll save that. There we go. 104, so Gordon gets that. And then we will put the A3 version over there. And then, as like a final thing, is BR Blue. BR Blue version, which I need to renumber to 767. 76, I think it was. No, 67. It was 67. I haven't changed the scripting so that you can type in his running number. You have to type in the old running number to get it. I can never remember for the life of me what it is. I think it's 78. There we go. And then that'll give it the running number of 17104, which I will pop down there. That's his BR tender. 17104, Gordon Gator. So this is Gordon, the mini liveries of Gordon. You wouldn't have seen him all three, well, not all three, but all three Northwestern region versions. At the station at once, it would have been one or the other, obviously. But there's all of them, but I've been driving without him for a long time. So I think we'll drive the most recent. Also James, actually, while we're here. Let's see what we've got. Luke says, a few days ago when I was camping, the first thing I did was watch Naughty Revenge. I'm thinking of actually remastering that at some point, but because I'm not happy with some of it. But it's nice that you still like it. I like most of it. Just a few scenes that I feel like I could do better. I'm going to remaster a bit of that. Crimson J21 says, yo, welcome. Let's put Percy and James now. Funny, James doesn't have a reason to complain about his shiny red paintwork anymore because it's painted in BR black. Get rid of that. Read H class. I don't think I showed this up. I think I might have. I might not have. I probably have. But if not, then there you go. I have blue and green. Crimson J21 says you should make a reskin tutorial. Really need one. The Great Western Scott on YouTube, otherwise known as Cameron from TW Trains, he's got a reskin tutorial somewhere that, you know, I followed to do this. And then eventually I developed my own skills and went on to more advanced forms of reskinning, like proper broken texturing, kind of like laid out things instead of just squares on the thing. Yeah, so I'd recommend searching up that. Tell him in the comments that I sent you so he actually knows, because he wouldn't believe me otherwise. Let's see. I think you've all seen Thomas. You've definitely all seen Thomas. Because I've shown him before a while ago. This is the newest member to the reskin fleet. It's a Yuri N15 of the Southern Railway. Running number 105, Northwestern Express Engine 5. Pop on down to go get that Gordon tender, because I fitted it with an A3 tender, so it matches Gordon. And there we go. So this is what I will run with today. Nice, lovely engine. I don't know if you can see it properly. If the quality is not good, I apologize. I'll turn up the brightness a bit. The lining was neon red for a bit while I did some testing, but I've changed it to be darker now so it matches the tender, which looks a lot nicer. Like the shine on the boiler. I need to change the card on the side there, so instead of saying Southern Railway, it says it'll just say like NWR or something like that, because I can curve text now. All right, let's get some express coaches in line, because this is the engine in the AU that will be running in the opposite direction to Gordon. So say if Gordon's going Tidmouth to Vickerstown with the express, this engine will be going Vickerstown to Tidmouth with the express, and so on. So that will be that. All right, express coaches. There we go. We will go probably with Wild Nor'Wester coaches, actually. Maybe. I don't know. What looks better? The Wild Nor'Wester look, even though that's the name of the train that we're pulling, or Railway Series dark brown. What looks better? And I know this is a southern loco, so technically the coaches should be in southern green, but we're on the northwestern now, so they don't really fit the colour scheme. So, actually, I might go with Wild Nor'Wester because I haven't driven with these specific coaches for a while. Luke says, hey then, how do you pull off the Gordon's Hill scene in Criminal Activity? Criminal Activity. Criminal Activity. I'll have to watch through that again because I've filmed many scenes with Gordon's Hill since then for Series 7, so I can't actually remember what specific shot we're talking about. I'll have a look in a second, actually. Because if you're... actually, I'm trying to think. I don't think I... Was Gordon's Hill in... It shows you how little I watch the episodes after I release them. I just don't. I watch them enough times during the edit. And that's enough for me. And then sometimes I will watch them when I pop along to the not live streams, but the premiere. But I'm not going to be doing that many premieres now because I just can't make it to them, and I really want to be able to do that. And if I can't, no, I don't want to premiere them. Right, there's Gordon's train. It's got 3 first-class coaches and 2 third-class coaches. Not Gordon's train, the Yuri's train. But there we go. Look at that. Right, and before we do that, I will quickly go and search up Criminal Activity, and I'll go and have a look at that just to remember what we're talking about. It's the SSOC playlist. And we will pop on down. Playlist is taking a while to load in, so don't expect it. Don't expect me to reply back anytime soon with it. I've got a message in TWA trains. New arrivals, let's see. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Just dealing with a certain someone. Okay. Sorry for the delay, everyone. We're just dealing with something in the TWA train server. Okay, where was I? Playlist of SOC. Scroll all the way down to criminal activity. And you were asking about the Gordon's Hill scene. Because I need to have a look at it to remember, because I filmed using a different technique for the next scenes with Gordon's Hill. So I might have used the good old Dutch angle shot, I think it is. Or just tilt the camera. Whatever it was that I used. Gordon's Hill. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just Dutch angled it. Nothing really too fancy with that. It was just the straight table, and I just rotated the camera. Yeah, I know what scene you mean now. Yeah, all I did, Luke, was just rotate the camera. Nothing too fancy. It's just a straight bit of track and made it look. Pulled the string in a way that made it look like the model of Boko was struggling up the hill. Nothing too fancy about that. Okay, let's close this. To make the stream run better now that YouTube isn't on the stream as well. Alright. Let's go. Feel free to suggest, should we stop at every station, or should we just speed run up to Wellsworth? You decide. Speed run up to Wellsworth or stations. Actually, I want to try this new method of live stream interaction where you can put in a poll. I just want to see this and give that a go. So don't start typing anything yet. I just want to test this to see if it works. So give me a second. Poll. There we go. Okay. How should we If this doesn't work, it's okay. There, see if this works. There we go, there should have a poll. A poll should have appeared. 2 votes already. Okay, I say we speedrun then, if everyone votes for that. Let's put full throttle up on the videos. Speedrun to Wellsworth. I even made a custom cab V for this engine. So, you know, you can see outside while in the cab and operating that, which is rather good because it means you can actually drive the locomotive but still look out the windows to see the end. Luke says, I streamed for 7 hours yesterday. I couldn't do that. I couldn't stream for 7 hours straight. And Luke says, not Luke, Davey Martin says hi. Hello, welcome. All right, we've got a 50-50. It's stop at every station or speed run. So somebody offset the vote quickly. I don't like the cup of tea I made today. It's very bland and doesn't taste very nice. Ugh. Gonna have to make a new one after. All right, I know what we'll do. If the vote doesn't change, then we won't stop at Knapford because we're already going too fast. But we will stop at Crosby and then not stop at Wellsworth. Oh, wait, no, I mean, yeah, so we won't stop at Knapford, but we'll stop at Crosby. So it's like a speed run, but we don't stop at every station. But we do stop at some stations. Yeah, I really didn't like that cup of tea. Ugh. It wasn't even a cup of tea. It tasted just like boiling hot water. There was no flavour in it at all. Boiling hot water and milk. Ugh. Ugh. I can't get that taste out of my mouth. Oh, well. I'm going to have to go get a glass of water in a minute and wash that all down. So while when we stop at Wellsworth, I will go get a drink. How long have we been live for now? About, let's see. What does it say on here? Says 36 minutes. Okay, that's not too bad. 36 minutes is a bit too long to be getting this all running. I am very proud of this reskin. I like this engine in Northwestern Blue. Lovely to go racing through the Sudbury countryside. So you need to slow down in time to stop at Crosby. So we'll pop the brakes on now because we're speeding. And see where we're going. Crossing up ahead. We're not going to stop at the station in time. Put the brakes on a bit too long. Or are we going to stop? I bet we're not going to. We're coming in way too fast. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna have to cheat. Sorry for the no realism. And this station's a bit too short. I really need to. I think instead of making the platforms this short, because really the express doesn't need to stop here. It's more of like a commuter stop. And yes, I do have passenger scripting on the platform. I think I might have to make the platforms a little longer because this isn't looking too healthy, is it? Really, you know, 2 express coaches maximum could be here, and you know that's around the suburban coach and 2 to 3 suburban coaches anyway. So, should I make Crosby longer? That's the question. I don't think I will. I think I'll restrict it. Yeah, the express won't be stopping here normally anyway. We're just kind of doing this as a bit of a tour of my IoS. So I'll keep it like that. I think for all the stations that the express stops at, then I will obviously extend the platform like Tidmouth. I'm planning on extending Tidmouth to be well, I'm going to knock out all the car park, get rid of all that at the back, and I'm going to enlarge Tidmouth as well, so I'll have to move the car park over a bit more towards the yard. And then I'm going to make the station big enough for at least eight coaches at least. Like that's at least, possibly 9, depending on, you know, how I go. We'll see with that. Crimson J says, make all express stops 9 coaches long. Yeah, that's what you've been doing on yours, isn't it? Yeah, I'm definitely going to make Vickerstown able for that. Vickerstown and Tidmouth. I think I might... Well, really, the express really only stops at, like... really only stops at Tidmouth. It goes Tidmouth, Crovansgate, and then Tidmouth, Crovansgate, and Vickerstown. So... Although I might follow what you've done and make Kelsthorpe a stop. But I was going to make Kildane. I was actually thinking of making Kildane a stop. Like, you know, I'm thinking of making Kildane like a massive city as well. So the express could go, you know, like Tidmouth, Kildane, skip Kelsthorpe Road and have it go like Tidmouth, Kildane, because Kelsthorpe's only like the junction for the Kirk Ronan branch, and it's only 2 stations, and it's tiny little branch line in the railway series. So I think I will go with the option of making Kildane the other stop between Tidmouth and Vickerstown. Then we'll run at express. I forgot to set the head code. I should have done that. Should have chucked some lamps on there. It's only now that I've realised that. And then I am going to go and come back yet. I'm going to go get a... This loco doesn't even come with head codes, does it? Well, that's annoying. That's why I haven't set them, because I remembered it hasn't got any. That's very annoying. Oh dear. Oh wait, no. Is this the head code thing? Like a very messy head code. I should probably like do something like... We'll just... Let's see, what have we got? Have we got anything that's an express? We'll just go with that and see what that looks like. Oh god, that's a lot. That didn't do anything to the head code, so we'll just get rid of that. Destination, no. Direction, return, start marker. Never mind. Okay, well, it doesn't have head code, so that is very annoying. I'll probably talk to Cameron about doing something for that and getting like all the lamps to match up and everything. In the meantime, I'm going to go get a drink to wash down that horrible, frightful cup of tea with. And I will leave you with an above shot of the town of Crosby. Right. I will be back after I get a drink. Okay, I am back and I have a drink of water. I'll make another cup of tea after. I think it's because I was in a rush to get to the stream. I didn't make it right, so it's nice to see this yard light works the way I wanted it to. So really, it shouldn't be lighting up. Oh, I need to fix that. That's something to get fixed. It's nice to see the Crosby signal box has lights in it, even though there's nothing inside. I did put a sign here on the signal box, actually. It says coughs and sneezes spread diseases. So a bit reminiscent of the current situation. See, the church has got lights, obviously. It always has. These lights seem to be glitching a bit. Oh no, they're fine though. No glitch. I haven't finished Crosby yet. I will be building like a gas station and a few more shops over here. It's nice to see that these houses have lights though, because that'll be good when I line them up along the railway side. Right, I think we will get back to work now. Crimson J says, I don't know if I should make Kildane an express stop on my route, but I've already timed Gordon from Tidmouth to Vicarstown. I'm thinking of making Kildane the bigger station, like the longer station, mainly because Kildane is like an electric branch and it goes up a bit more through there. But I don't know. We haven't really seen the Peel Godred branch in the railway series, so I'm thinking of making that kind of a bit more how I like all the stops. Like it's like a double track line instead of a single track. So it's a double track electric line instead, and we'll feature bigger towns and everything. Bigger towns beside the thing, because in my AU as well, especially because I'll be adapting this map for my AU. The Kildane branch is the only one that survives the beaching ends. So, well, the Little Western and that one are the only ones that survive the beaching ends. And as a result of that, because Kildane's an electric branch, and then the Little Western will get served by by the time privatisation comes round. So Kildane will be bigger, and I'll make the express stop there instead, and then like all the towns along the side. Because in the railway series, you know, like I was saying before, you don't see the Pure Godric range like you do in the TV series. So I am going to make it so there are more bigger towns where like the electrified line would stop at. So I could say like it got a double track extension sometime in the 70s, which is when this is set. This route's set in the 70s at the moment. So technically, this isn't the AU map though, so this is still like a proper railway series, but just like running the face ascensions and things. You know, depending on how that goes. Crimson J says, what are you going to model your Pure Godric branch of? If you mean something off real life, I'm not really going to. I'm just going to make it freelance, mostly. Make it mostly a freelance kind of thing. Yeah, I'm rubbish at driving when I talk. When I'm explaining stuff, I never focus properly. I need to put in some better speed markers as well and like station approach and things. You'd think I would know this by now, but I don't. Move forward a bit more, and I think the coaches have gone onto that sliding now that I've moved them into place. Re-enter the station, how it should have gone. These are all the houses that we built last stream, by the way. They're looking quite nice. This is going quite well, actually, you know, with all like the bushes and everything lined up along the side. You've got the railway bridge, you've got all the housing, you've got the passenger scripting at the station, you've got, you know, the nice bridges off down the Wellsworth branch as well. I'm thinking that in the AU, for the AU map, the Wellsworth branch could get turned into a rail trail. Like, you know, there's like an access thing up here somewhere when the bridge gets removed. And then like a road starts up here and follows along the track of the old Wellsworth branch as like a bit of a rail. Historic Wellsworth branch rail trail or something like that. Maybe even the Wellsworth branch could survive, because I mean, goods traffic is kind of important from Brendan down here. I might make something like the Kirk Ronan branch rail trail, like, you know, like a small little line like that. All right, and that's the end of the map so far, because we're still working on Wellsworth, which is where we will do some more editing. That church is going to look really nice when it's positioned over here and all lit up and everything. At night. I really should drive at night more. It's kind of relaxing. And then obviously we've got Gordon's Hill coming up soon, so that'll be nice to see. And we'll go from there. That's all I've got at the moment. Crimson J says, I didn't know what to do with the branch. I only knew it had steep inclines, so I based the gradients off the Woodhead line from train simulator. Oh, yeah, the Woodhead. Yeah, I know, that's what I was looking at, because I was looking at a few maps that people had done in trains of the Pure Godric. It meant, not mentioned, they don't really show the steep gradients. It's more of like a nice, and that includes myself, actually, with my SSOC version that I did. But because I was basing it off another one that I saw. But it does mention about the gradients, and so yeah, I will be doing that as well. I'll be making a few tunnels as well, actually, instead of keeping it all open countryside. I'm making it more like a modern metropolitan, like not metropolitan railways in like the tube, but like more of a metropolitan metro service kind of thing, traveling down the middle of Sodor. I am going to make not Wellsworth. I'm going to make the Peel Godred branch double track. Originally, it could be built single track, but then I'm going to build it. I might just keep it double track all the way, actually. And I've got some nice BR Class 73s, I think they are called, that can run there. Blue Katie, that's Edward, says, hello, gentlemen, hello. I'm assuming you're too busy. Just wanted to pop by and say hello. There we go, this looks nice, though. I like Wellsworth being like higher up like this because it's kind of like it's like you can take photos of the town and then see the engine in the background up on the retaining walls. Plus, this Wellsworth comes with lights, so it's rather nice. I really need to make a branch line liveried, Edward, for my AU because I've only got the express version at the moment, so I can't really do much in that respect. Crimson J says, in your AU, do you see the NWR extending their electric overhead lights on Kildare to Vickstown? Well, they don't actually get a chance to because they get nationalised into BR, which is why that BR Gordon, I was showing that BR Gordon off earlier, because they get nationalised into British Railways in 1948, and then it's actually BR by the 80s that have electrified the main line. And nowadays, like as of 2021 in the AU, you know, the entirety of the main line has been electrified, and they've got like EMUs, intercity EMUs running back and forth all over the place. So they do electrify it. It doesn't look very pretty, but they do electrify it all. Which is going to be a pain to do, like all the good jobs and everything. But yeah, they do electrify it all, like BR. Basically, when BR gets privatized in the 90s, like, you know, into like auctioned off to different bidders, the northwestern region of British Railways becomes, which is this area, becomes Northwest Trains essentially, and Northwest Trains are or NWT are in charge of all the services running all over the place. So, but they do like to think about the old Northwestern, and so all of their locomotives are painted up in historic NWR liveries, like their express engines, their express electric sets, their electric express sets are painted up in this same kind of NWR express blue that I've come up with. So they're painted in that. The goods diesels are painted up in green and red. And then the branch line diesels are painted up in light blue with red. So it's kind of like harking back to the old roots of the line that they run on. You know, the great steam railway that built it and ran it before. So they do keep the liveries behind. It's like a really nice, you know, like a nice gesture back to the olden days, which is nice of them. You don't see many countries, not many countries, you don't see many companies doing that, apart from Great Western Railway. Great Western Railway in England at the moment, they've got liveries similar to the old Great Western liveries. So it's kind of nice to see railway companies doing that, because it shows you that they didn't just do it to make money. They're actually caring about, you know, the history that they came from. And so that's what I really want to value with the Northwest Trains thing. So although they can't have the name back of Northwestern Railway, they do have Northwestern trains, and they have made it, staying within the relative reasons of modernity. They're obviously running electrics and diesels. They've gone off to also preserve the liveries as well. And obviously some of the steam engines will still survive, like the Farquhar branch gets preserved after it gets closed down under the Beeching Acts. Obviously, like Thomas has been scrapped by now, but Percy and Mavis still are alive. And the good thing is that, it's kind of sad, but it's also good. Toby never worked for the Northwestern Railway because he was bought in the 50s, and obviously BR was a thing then. So that controller, when he got kicked out of his role as the controller of the Northwestern, when it got handed over to British Railways, he bought Toby as like a private engine. And then when the Farquhar Heritage branch line opened up in the 60s, I think it was like, late 60s it opened up. No, it was like mid to late 60s or early 70s. I'm trying to remember the history. I think it was his son. It would have to be his son because he would have been dead by then. His son donated Toby to the Railway Society, and he became the chairman. So the controller's son, like Bertram's son Charles or Stephen or whoever it was, is now the chairman of the Farquhar Preservation Society. And there you go. So it's like a nice little preserved railway on Sodor. So I have thought about it quite a lot. All right, enough dawdling around in dry there. We're going to go back into route building because we've been streaming for just under an hour. Crimson J says you've gotten really far in your AU, and I'm only in the 60s. I know I'm very quick with coming up with things. Like when I start making reskins, like when I see an engine that says, "Oh, that'd look good in Northwestern blue," or "That'd look good in Northwestern green or red," whatever. When I open up the config to do add in like all the new text and give it a new name, when I do that, I come up with a brand new history on the fly that's usually 1,000 to 2,000 words. So that's why all the descriptions of my reskins and trains are super long. So I just come up with a history on the fly, and I mostly remember the history that I put in before for other engines, and then intertwine that in so it fits. And then it all kind of just lines up together. So all works out the way I want it to in the end. Crimson J says, I can already tell a lot of characters like Boko and Derek don't make it to Sodor in your AU because of how bad their classes are. Yeah, they don't get there. In fact, the engine that replaces Gordon, the class of engine that replaces Gordon is a class 42 warship, and then in the other direction it's a class 52 Western, so they were moved from the Western region up to the Northwestern region to replace them. And I was thinking of doing a Deltic, like possibly a Deltic on Sodor, but I realised there's no point because you wouldn't be allowed to run at 100 miles an hour anyway. I'd say 90 would be the limit for express trains in this AU, like in terms of how far you're allowed to mess about. This church is actually really big. That's a window. Where's all the doors? Oh, there they are at the front. How am I gonna figure this one out? Okay. I've got an idea. I'm gonna shift this way. Because I know there is definitely a church in Wellsworth, because I've been looking at like some of the illustrations. I'm gonna make it look like it's slightly in the hill. You know, it's like an in-cut. It's been cut into the hill. That's what I mean. You know, like sometimes things are like that, where it's still fine on the inside, but it's just how the hill is. Because I know that if you look out from the Wellsworth platform in the railway series, you can see a church in the background, and so I want to include that so it is somewhat railway series accurate, regardless if it's the correct building or not. It must stop being in these houses right at the end where this brick wall is, though, because you've got like all the cars up here and everything, but oh well. I do have some good electric wires, though, that I will be using in the AU for Wellsworth. Not Wellsworth, for the main line and the Peel Godwin tie. They're like UK. There you go, UK double pylon. I think these are the ones. There they are. So it'll be like this. So just, not that it'll look exactly like this by the time I'm finished with it, making it all look nice, but from a faraway thing, this is what Wellsworth will look like now with all of its electrified wires and everything. Like from the ground level. It's not really that noticeable until you start looking further, but I think from the car park it'd be more noticeable, yeah. That's obviously when it all gets electrified and you have like all your EMUs running all over the place. But there is also like a double girder as well, which looks nice. Like that, there you go. Which I might end up using instead for some of the sections. Twin head pylons, that was another one that I liked. I might end up using that as well. And that's a good old single pylon. Double pylon, that's that one, yeah, the one I was using before. There was one that was more like a, yeah, girder, double girder. It was like this, but it went all the way down. I don't know where that one is. I need to turn down the sound. It's being, the bell is very annoying when I'm trying to think about what I'm going to say. There we go. Okay. Oh, well, Wellsworth is looking a bit nicer now. Just need to add in some more houses along here. And I can't figure out for the life of me how I'm going to get into curve on the inside here. Edward says, I'm free now, so you can go ahead and drop me the link if you'll have me. I sent it to you in DMs this morning about an hour and a half ago. Crimson J says, a Deltic would work on Sode, although if you follow what happened them in real life, they'd end up being replaced by HSTs like Pippin and yeah, that was my idea. That was my idea originally, because I was thinking even if a Deltic did take over, HSTs would soon be running and then get replaced by, like, you know, EMUs and all that, like Pendolino. Well, not Pendolinos exactly, because they're too fast, but like Voyagers and things like that. Voyagers and whatever they're called, the other things, the class 90s. Okay, I think I might, yeah, before the curve gets too big there, I think I might put that there and have like a bit of a bus stop or nature thing or something like that. I think I'll put a bus stop, because like then the bus can run down here and all that. And then that will be okay.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Everything okay?
No.
All right.
Every single part of me is on fire currently.
Literally on fire, as in need a fire blanket, or
No,
I think you'd be screaming if you were literally on fire.
Yeah, if every part of me was literally on fire, my tongue would be burning and I would not be able to speak. I also probably wouldn't have been able to, use my eyes to, click the stuff that would allow me to, join. But oh my god, I went to PT for the first time in like a few months, and it was difficult, and now I'm in pain, but I'm here now.
Is that like the thing where they crack your back or something like that?
No, that's like getting a massage, or that they have a specific word. That's a chiropractor.
No.
PT is physical therapy, so I had to go to that again. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, believe it or not, everybody, being disabled is not all fun and games. It's never been fun and games. It's always been pain. But you can also, on an off chance that you go to PT, you can have more pain to get you less pain.
Just the logic. It works, but like it works, but it doesn't make any sense.
Yep. You believe it or not, when you're disabled, your life is constant pain. Every part of you hurts, and some days you just want to die. But if you go to PT, you can gain even more pain to gain less pain.
It's the logic.
Like, I could see that as an ad for physical therapists, and I'd laugh.
Gain more pain to lose more pain.
This broadcast, or this commercial, brought to you by the Physical Therapists of America Association. So
but
yeah, that was fun.
Are you okay now, though?
Yes, I'm in. I just sat on my
bed. Relatively speaking, like you're not about to drop dead or anything.
No. I'm not about to drop dead. It's just kind of the rest of my whole body pain has faded away, and now it's just my legs. I can't feel them.
Oh.
But they will probably return. I've had some ice cream, so I feel better. Well, actually, the ice cream did not make me feel better, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to eat something that I usually eat once every day, but this time as a reward for my continued suffering. And if you do something difficult and then do something that you do normally, but then you call it a reward for yourself, it makes that thing that you're doing way better. Like, I swear to you, that ice cream tasted so much more icy and so much more creamy than usual.
Well, as long as you're okay.
Especially because it's Texas. Texas ice cream is usually really bad. No further comment on that. But yeah, I'll survive. I'll probably feel not. I'll probably feel even worse tomorrow because of soreness. But then after that, then the muscles begin to grow. Yeah. And then I'll get strong and buff, and then one day I'll be strong, so strong and so tall that I can punch Dax in the face without repercussions.
I like how that's your plan going forward. You're just like, I'm gonna punch Dax.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal is to punch Dax so hard in the face that I break his nose and, like, I don't know, dislodge one of his teeth, and then have zero repercussions. Like, I'll be so strong that he can punch me and then I won't feel anything. I can just kick him into the moon.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. Dax would probably crush me in an instant.
You'd still probably do that during Dax.
Yeah, regardless of how strong I become. I mean, he's kind of Dax though. He also lives in a land of cheese.
Not gonna lie, he's kind of a Dax. Just a little bit.
Good God, a Dax? Ugh. Last time I saw a Dax, I was in France. Ugh.
There we go. Look at it. The road is done.
I just envisioned the worst creature that could ever be a thing in existence ever. Please allow me to plant this in the brains of you and the audience. French Dax. Think about it. Dax with a crappy mustache, a black beret, a striped shirt, a red scarf, and a baguette.
And a bit of cheese in the other hand, for good measure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
you need to retain a little bit of the original Dax.
Now, don't shoot me if I'm wrong here. I don't know my American geography or history very well at all. But well, okay, I admit I know my American history quite well, but my American geography is pretty bad. Wasn't the Louisiana Territory? Didn't that encompass what the? What did I just hear?
What?
Hold up, I could have sworn I heard something out my window. It sounded like somebody getting hit. Like, what is? I think there's a murder going on outside my window.
Ooh.
I heard a thud noise and then somebody go, "Ugh."
Oh no. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh no. Anyway. Well, people are getting murdered. That's just another day in Biden's America. Oh, sorry. Political. Gotta move on. Haha. Louisiana Territory. Didn't that encompass Wisconsin?
I don't know. You're the American expert here.
I am in no way an American expert. I couldn't call.
You're more of an expert. You're more of an expert on American stuff than I am.
Yeah, that doesn't make me an expert. You're just bad at American history.
It makes you it makes you an expert though to me.
I'm close. I'm
not going to bother to learn American history because I'm already
close. I am closer to an expert than you. I'm not an expert. I wish I was though, because I mean, I'll be dead honest with you. America doesn't really have that much history. There's only about 300 years worth of it.
It's the same. Well, it's less of a story than Australia. It's more of a story than Australia has. So, speaking of Australian history, actually,
the only thing Australia really has was when they were New South Wales and all the the other provinces were independent. Then in 1908 they were merged together. Then there was Gallipoli, and yeah, that's kind of it. The Commonwealth of Australia.
Okay, Riley says, "Hurrah! It's finished." What is finished?
I was about to make a very bad joke that would probably get me canceled on Twitter.com. Now I hear the lawn mode being outside. God.
Riley says the road. Okay, he says the road is finished. Okay, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, when I was celebrating before that the road was actually working here.
Hurrah!
It was very broken before, but there we go. I've got that now. It actually looks good. It looks good. And I'm going to add more detail along the pavements as well, like letterboxes and street lamps and things like that. So it lights up like a bulb when you drive past here and pulling like the night mail or something.
You want to know? You want to know what made suffering through PT all worth it? You want to know?
Ice cream?
No, but it was not the promise. Well, it was not me giving myself ice cream. It was not the promise of becoming stronger in like 4 years. It was when I returned, my father going, "Boy, I'm proud of you." And I was like, "Wow, thanks, Dad. You're old. Bye."
Just like ruin the moment. Like it
I'm
it
not
sounded
drinking.
like you were going to like relay like a heartfelt conversation, and you're just like you're off by the end.
You're
So mean.
don't worry, I didn't actually say that. I was just like, thanks, Dad. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Then I left.
Did you hear me complaining about the cup of tea earlier?
No.
Or you didn't join? You didn't hear that before you arrived?
No. Like the
Oh.
first thing that I did when I arrived was say hello, gentlemen.
Oh, okay. Well, I made a cup of tea because I originally woke up at around 7:30 to be able to do this live stream, you know, get everything ready, have a really nice breakfast. And then I fell asleep again, and I kept waking up for 10 minutes. Like every 10 minutes, I woke up for 10 minutes and then fell back asleep again for 10 minutes. And it came to 8 o'clock. Dad woke me up before he went off to work. And yeah, he said it's 8 o'clock, and I said okay, and then I replied back saying, wait, it's 8 o'clock. So I had to put the stream on hold for 20 minutes while I went and made like the most makeshift cup of tea ever. And I didn't even have like any like eatables yet. I made a cup of tea, and the cup of tea was so rough that it didn't taste good. It tasted like boiled milk. It tasted
Boiled
like
milk.
it was watery. It was boiling hot, watery milk. Like that's just how it tasted. Like it was like hot water and milk mixed together.
When you conquer, speaking of tea, when you conquer an entire subcontinent just for some leaves that taste good in water, in British intensifies.
No, but you know, it was the worst cup of tea I've ever had. So I was so displeased that I stopped the express. I stopped the express on the main line at Crosby when you're not supposed to stop there with the express. I stopped the express on the line at Crosby, sent the signalman to put some detonators on the line, and then went off to the Crosby tea room to go make a better cup of tea, which I haven't done.
Imagine everybody like on the train is like, they slam the brake, and then one passenger comes up and is like, "Oh, fuck's going on here? I got to get work." And then the driver is like, "Excuse me, sir. I forgot my tea. I need to leave now." Then the passenger, instead of getting really annoyed, like you see his face get really, really pissed, and you think he's gonna be mad, but then he just says, "All right, then, mate. I understand the issue. We can use my car. But got need tea in it."
Why does he say you would need to use the car? You wouldn't be like getting off at Crosby though?
I don't know. Maybe he just rides the railway for fun. I don't know.
All right. Well, okay.
And he left his, thing at Crosby, and then just hopped on a train to Knapford, and then came back. I don't know.
Kidna.
He's come on. He's a British person. He's British. He doesn't owe you a reason to do anything. He's British. They do whatever they want. Everybody else, just gets to bow down. And, that's how it is.
But yeah, there you go. So yeah, I ended up just getting a drink of water, which I need to have another drink of because I still haven't gotten the boiling hot watery milk out of my system. There we go. Well, I meant like.
Oh yeah. Also, speaking of, quick history lesson, everybody in the chat. This here, who I'm speaking to, this is Ben. He is British.
Hello.
And yeah, this is Ben. He is British.
Hiya.
Yep. Yes, and because of that fact, he is God. Now worship him.
Hallelujah. You also forgot to mention he drinks tea. I was going to go.
Yeah. Yes, this is Ben. He is British.
Hiya.
He also drinks tea.
No, you need to introduce me like saying like, this is Ben, and I'll go like, hiya, and then you say, he's British, and then like wait a second for me to respond, and then say like, he drinks tea, and then wait for me to respond, and then like just say random facts, and I'll add random sound effects to them.
Okay. Right. This is Ben. He's
hiya.
British. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. I thought I was supposed to say he's British. All right. This is Ben.
Hiya.
He's British.
Rule of Britannia.
He also drinks tea. He may or may not be God.
Hallelujah.
He obeys the Queen.
God save our noble Queen.
Let's see. He has a TubeYube channel.
TWA 1945 Studios presents.
Yes. TWA 1945 Studios since 2017. I'm sorry. Just why is it the way that? Why is that the way that it is?
Well, since 2017.
Yeah, TWA 19. Just make it TWA 2017 Studios.
No.
Why?
Because of the Railway series, thank you very much.
I mean, yeah, but you didn't make the Railway series.
Yes, but it was in honor of the Railway series came to be.
I mean, that's true, but Thomas Wooden Adventures didn't exist since 1945.
Shush.
Okay.
I just had to put a number in the name.
Why? Why did you need a number? All the people who make numbers in their names are like XX1 Pony XX1.
Well, no, it's because, like, you know, I thought when I created the channel, I thought that, like, you know how your Google account has to have, like, some numbers in it as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that it was the same for YouTube, so I just said, all right, I'll put the Railway series beginnings in
And
there.
okay, I'm kind of disappointed that your first thought wasn't the year. Never mind.
You're disappointed that my first thought wasn't the year I created it.
Yes.
Well, what would you rather, 1945 or 2017? What sounds better?
I admit that 45 sounds better, but like 2017 will sound better in like 40 years.
Well,
'Cause
no, I
every
can see I
studio
made my
has-
YouTube channel in 1945.
But you did the internet. Mate. The disco ball did not exist. Cat videos were not a thing. And more importantly, Rick Astley had not been born.
And even more importantly,
I didn't exist.
YouTube wasn't either, did they?
I also didn't exist, which is very important because, as you all know, my existence is integral to the universe's survival.
And slightly
okay, I'm
more.
sorry. I couldn't even
Slightly
keep a
more
straight face while I said that.
The Queen wasn't the Queen back then.
I mean, well, that wasn't a bad thing because I love King George VI.
Oh, no, he wasn't the one that abdicated because he married an American. That was the one before, wasn't it?
That was King Edward VIII, the dirtbag himself. I would if he was still alive, I would say right now, that's right, King Edward VIII, go kill yourself. But he died in the 1980s, so I'll direct it at Prince Harry instead. Prince Harry, go kill yourself. You married a dirty American commodore and abandoned your people. I hate you.
He's just following in the footsteps of his granddad.
Great granddad. Charles is his granddad.
Shush. Shush.
Wait. Yeah. Wait. No. Wait, no. No. Sorry. Charles is not his granddad. That's his dad. Whoops. Sorry about that one. Okay. The prince God.
Are you okay?
Sorry. It's just very rare for me to get a fact about the royal family wrong.
You're just you're just struggling to come to terms with it. I know. Calm down.
Prince Philip was his grandfather, and technically he would be his King Edward VIII would be his great uncle.
Regardless of who he is, he's just following in the footsteps of one of his family members.
His great uncle.
He's got to live up to someone's
He's living up. He's imitating of one of the previous kings. They're good enough.
Yeah, there we go. We'll go with that and leave it at that. The lineage is too painful.
Too complex. Now, I would say I will say that I hate King Edward more than I hate Prince Harry, because King Edward decided to pull that piece of garbage of a stunt while he was on the throne. At least Harry, the dirtbag that he is, but he's a dirtbag that I hate. But at least he didn't wait till the coronation. Like, imagine that he was like, they were about to place the crown on his head, and then he's just like, oh yeah, by the way, I want you to meet my potentially homeless random friend from the United States who's very beautiful and kisses me sometimes. All right, we're gonna get married. Bye everyone. See you later.
Yeah, have fun without me.
Yeah. Have fun, guys. Bye. And then everybody's just like, you're kind of,
Get a new king. The end.
yeah. Where's your brother? William. I mean, technically speaking, William was to be king anyways. But that's the thing. And the thing that really makes me annoyed with Prince Harry is the fact that, like, me and my mother were having a conversation about this, and then she was like, I'm happy that he's found love. And I'm like, no, if you think that, you're a dirtbag just like him.
Edward.
And then I was like, I don't. And then after I explained to her this, she also agrees with me. But it's like, I don't care how miserable your life is or how sad that you are. You have a duty to your people that overrides your happiness. Am I wrong, though? When you have a job to do, the job that you were born to do, the only reason you were born, and you fail. And, like, granted, maybe it was to be acceptable if they were like some farmer, and, and the royal family were like a farmer, and then they were like, you have to continue on the farm, Harry. And then he didn't want to because he wanted to pursue better things. That's fine. But this is a nation of people's lives that could fall into your hand. People who trust you, people who will follow you, and people who will do as you say. People who love and care about you, and you abandon
And then he's
them?
just like, okay, see y'all. I'm gonna go marry an American. Bye.
Yeah, exactly. See you guys. I'm gonna go marry this chick from the United States. Bye.
Just happily merrily skips away.
Yeah, exactly. Well, everybody else is just crying, and like I said, back to the argument at hand. My mother was like, "Well, he wasn't that close to being the king. William is still in front of him," and it's like, yeah, but always have an heir, but also a spare. One is none, two is one. Always have an heir, but also a spare. Harry was the spare. What if at the coronation, William has a lung hemorrhage? What are they going to do then? It's not like William's children are, are exactly old enough to, be the king, considering he's still sucking on a dummy and getting his diapers changed.
Nappy.
And, okay. And getting his nappies changed.
This is the British we're talking about.
I mean, fair enough. And like he's still sucking on dummies and getting his nappies changed by his mama. Like, I've seen, like, we've seen child kings in the past, but like this is like that's a literal baby.
It would be like next level.
Yeah, exactly.
Next level.
Literally, he could now. He maybe even okay. He can't now, but the crown would encompass his whole head. Like, you need to get a booster seat for the crown. Actually, screw that. If you're going to sit at the table for the state opening of Parliament, you're going to need to get this kid a booster seat. The king, the king would need a booster seat to meet with his ministers.
Who were like 50 years older.
Yeah, that's already okay. Oh God, you just brought to attention how creepy that would be. Actually, like a group of 50-year-old men in a room with a literal baby alone.
He's the king of the whole country.
And then, like, he wouldn't even be addressing serious issues. Like, by the time he's like 12 or he's like 7 years old, he'd be like, "Right, guys, we need to address an issue. There's not enough Xboxes or PlayStations in the country." That's a joke. They would train him better that way. Actually, wait, no. Who would be around to train him if his dad just died like randomly? But anyways, going away from this, what I mean is like now if it was some random minor branch of the royal family, like one of Charles's sisters or Charles's siblings' descendants, you know what I mean?
Right.
Then I would be able to understand it because think about it, because you've still got tons of people on Charles's descendants on his side, on the Charles side of the family, who could take over the throne before them.
Yeah.
So I would understand it if it was like one of Charles's sisters, great grandchildren. Wait, yeah, great grandchildren's, brother who or sister who was like third in line already with her siblings, you know.
Mm.
Like that would be understandable because there are so many people who would be the backups before you that it would be unreasonable to to think that. So like that's understandable, but Harry literally only has a few people in front of him. Like he could be the king really if he wanted to. He could literally do it through assassinations. All he needs to do is have William's kids killed. Which, I mean, I know this sounds terrible, but I'm just saying, if he really, really, really wanted to be king, it would be easier than like some random, like who I was just speaking about, like Charles's sister's great grandchild's, you know, third born sister or third born child who's a woman. You know, like it'd be far easier. You would have to kill a lot less people. All you got to do is William's kids, and then William, and then boom, you're king. That is 4 people that need to die, and 3 of them are literally children who would be able to do jack crap about it if you wanted to kill them. And of course, this would be really difficult for any common person, but this is a prince we're talking about here, somebody who has access to resources and confidants.
And would probably be executed himself if we did execute that demand.
I mean, well, that's true, but I mean, people, like I said, people care about him. People listen to him. There are people who would rather see him be king than William. You know?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Those people would probably be interested in assisting him. But no, like, and the point that I'm illustrating here is not that Harry should kill his brother and his nieces and nephews. The point that I'm trying to make here is that Harry just abandoning his responsibility when his position in like potential stuff that's not right. And actually, wait a minute. If the king dies when his children are young, doesn't it already go to the uncle?
Yeah, it goes to the oldest one in closest relation.
That can't be. Is it? Huh. Okay, yeah. Literally, all he would have to do is kill his brother. So yeah, literally, William better hope that he doesn't die, or the lineage of the House of Windsor may be about to just. Or sorry, Philip, Mountbatten Windsor.
Okay, there we go. Look at that. We've got more houses down there.
What bothers me is that when Meghan and Harry got married, is I don't think they did I don't think they settled for a morganatic marriage, which really pisses me off. Oh, wait. For those of you who don't know what a morganatic marriage is, basically means that like any children that Meghan and Harry have would not be in the line for the throne. So basically,
So we could have a half American running the country.
technically speaking, yeah, if everybody else kind of died, then yeah, if Meghan or if Harry became king and they didn't settle for a morganatic marriage, then the throne would pass directly to his kid. So, in other words, what the point I'm trying to get across here is assassinate Harry. No, I'm joking.
The
Please
point you're
don't
trying
do
to get across is we're all screwed.
Yes.
If,
I mean,
if a certain amount of events happen in the right order, we're screwed.
See what I mean? Yeah, exactly. What I mean here is don't assassinate Harry, but if you see his car burning on the side of the road, I'd say instead of power walk, or instead of power run, power walk over to save him.
It's so simple, but it's just like how you said it.
Instead of power running to go save him, power walk.
Power walk. It saves lives, maybe.
Okay, no, I'm joking. If you see any sort of royalty in danger, you bet, like, even if it's Prince Harry, I don't care who it is, I would grab a knife and stab myself to save any of the royals. Like, come on. But like, actually, okay, I'm joking. I would not do it for Harry. Screw him. So, I hate him so much. And I wouldn't kill him because he's royalty, and the Queen loves him. So I couldn't do that to her. But like, message to Prince Harry and his children and his wife: please die. Okay, PSA over now. The road. Yeah, the road. That's what Harry needs to hit.
No, Riley was talking about the road when I was saying it was finished here.
I know. I was making a bad joke.
All right.
I remember what he was talking about. Don't worry. I just thought that'd be funny if I said.
There's just been many times on these streams where you've read what someone said and interpreted it as them replying to you. So.
I know. But
okay, there we
yeah,
go. We need like a really nice flower kind of thing by the side of the road. That's a bit more. It adds a lot more greenery to the town.
Greenery.
Right, now what? I propose we chuck this here. We cut this road open. Nope, that'll just mess everything up. We cut this bit of road open instead, which just messed everything up as well. There we go. Put that there. Pop in that. And we pop this here. And then that will be our little entrance way to this section of the road. There we go. Have a look at that. Another road in place now. Yeah, it's funny how with Kane with TWA, I built Wellsworth so big that we never got it finished. Whereas with this one, it's almost done. Like the main basic premise is almost done already, and it looks so much better.
Why is it like this? I always feel so bad. I think the stream chat hates me because every single time I join, most of the time, they just they stop talking, and it makes me sad. I don't think they like me.
Oh,
So
I
like,
mean, it does
guarantee
say there are 3 people watching, and I know I'm one of those people because I'm on my phone.
I also scare everybody away because when I started watching, there were 6 people, and now there are 3.
What have you done?
When I think I'm cursed. Like, God, guys, I know I'm annoying, but like, I mean, I don't think I'm that annoying. I mean, the Pizza Hut Thomas pizza looks frightening. What? There's a Pizza Hut Thomas pizza? Do you know anything about this, Ben?
No.
There's a Pizza Hut Thomas pizza.
Pizza Hut flavored Thomas.
Ew, and it apparently has blueberries in it. Who puts blueberries on a pizza?
Someone who wants a
Mattel.
blueberry pizza.
Whoa! Wow! Really?
I was trying to think of a good reason. I just ended up saying that instead.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, it's top secret though. Don't tell anyone.
I feel like that's just the reason for anything. Why did you kill that man? Because I
It's
killed that man. Why are you eating? Because I'm eating.
Will you tell me why? No, it's top secret.
No, it's top secret.
It's confidential with a slice of meatball.
Confidential with a slice of meatballs.
You know, like the film Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. It's, you know.
I've never seen that movie.
Really?
No.
Sad.
I don't
Very
watch
sad.
movies very often.
Well, I don't either, but I've watched that. There we go. Look at Wellsworth now. We're making some progress.
Oh God. Yeah, apparently the Blueberry Thomas is some form of promotion thing for the new series in Australia. Only Australia. I should have known it was them. Oh, I should have known it was them Aussie blokes putting them blueberries on their pizzas. I'll tell you, mate. All you bloody Australians are freaking crazy. Why do you do these weird types of things? Why? I tried to do a slightly less offensive Australian accent by making it sound less stereotypical. But I'm sorry, you really just...
Crimson J says, I like you, I just don't know anything of politics. I know nothing of politics.
That's fair enough, mate. But that's why I'm here to educate you. Or at least try to educate you. Try. Emphasis on the word try.
We got a code red. There's an Australian flag in the live chat.
Oh my God, code red, sound the alarm.
I have sounded the alarm by replying with Great Britain.
Protocol activated. Commonwealth containment. Everybody just starts spamming flags of the like the emoji flags of all the flags with the Union Jack in the top
Jack
left.
is on its way to save the day.
They just spam all of the flags that aren't Australia that have the Union Jack in the corner. Commonwealth containment. Protocol enacted. Commonwealth containment.
There isn't actually. I don't think there is a Pizza Hut near me anymore. I think the final one closed down years ago. I haven't gone to Pizza Hut since we were last in England.
Anyways, back to doing the Australian accent.
Oh God!
Welcome
no.
back to another episode of How Long Can I Continue with This Until I Piss Ben Off? So
Not very long. Okay, moving on. Let's put down this bit of pavement. Let's get the bigger version of pavement. I'm going to pop this down along here in that way. And then I'll probably make like some sort of parking lot here for the church, actually. We'll pop that there, pop that along there, and bring that to there. I'm just waiting to see Edward start begging me in the private chat of the stream. It's just funny. Private chat, there we go. It says, no, sorry, and then that's it.
I'm begging. There, you want begging? You've been begged.
Riley has written Oz flag in the chat.
All right, I will terminate my Australian accent for now. If you ever seen the Dark Railway series, Edward the Blue K2 reminds me of Barry the 9F. I don't know why.
I think I saw the Dark Railway series. I've watched the whole of the most recent series, but I haven't watched any of the others. Barry's like a 9F, and he just says I think he says to the controller at the end of the episode, he says, Barry's sorry, sir. Barry only wanted to, do like save the day or something like that. I don't know.
Oh god, we got another third person speaker. All right, guys, time for me to become in the speak in the third person. Edward was sitting on his bed in his room on a live stream with a bunch of humans. He was skimming through Edward is currently skimming through the chat to see what it says. Edward is about to read a message. Edward is reading the message. It says, SMH, YouTube has no country flags. Edward is surprised that YouTube does not have any country flags and thinks that it is a disgrace. Edward is now going to remove the comment section and go see what Ben is doing. Edward has noticed that Ben is doing nothing but placing road and has become bored with watching it, so has reopened the chat.
It sounds so stupid when you read it out like that.
Edward was laughing at the fact that he was narrating himself in the third person, and then continued to narrate himself in the third person. Edward is now running out of ideas for how to carry on this joke. Edward has decided that this joke is stale and has decided to stop narrating himself in the third person. Edward has stopped narrating himself in the third person.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Edward is sure.
Edward is sure, but continues anyway.
Okay, I'm done.
Welcome back, first person, Edward.
Like what he says does and doesn't make sense. You can't describe him. Barry basically breaks the fourth wall and doesn't at the same time. Okay, that's interesting. I guess I don't know. He kind of does sound like me. I guess if I was a character in a thing, I would probably be one of those characters who would break the fourth wall.
And I think it was in the most recent episode, Barry ended up in the turntable. Barry ended up on a turntable well after consuming tons of alcohol.
Wow, I just clapped my hands together and
That's
it made a noise.
the only thing I don't like about the Dark Railway series is that the engines can get drunk, but
The engines can what?
The engines can get drunk in the Dark Railway series.
Who comes up with these ideas?
Dark DJ Productions.
The engines can become drunk.
No, like they even say like that. Say, let's go grab a couple of beer tankers and sit at the sheds until we're drunk or whatever.
Beer tankers, what?
Yeah, the Dark Railway beer tankers. Yeah, it's weird.
Ladies
a
and
weird
gentlemen, the railways have jumped the sharks. Cameron has arrived, and I believe he is enacting the "Let me in" meme. Let me in, let me in.
Not by
Cameron,
the hairs of my chinny chin chin.
let him in, please.
I am
Yes.
so bloody mad at myself right now.
Cameron,
Why?
this is the first stream you've arrived at for decades.
Hey, I have been out of town for the last month and tennis for the last 3 months, okay? You can't exactly blame me.
In Tennessee or tennis itself.
Tennis. Like, I just got back from tennis. That's why I was late to this stream.
Have you been playing tennis or?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Loser,
I was gonna say.
Shut up, Edward.
Don't you know being late is bad? Cut back to the fact that I joined this stream at the 1 hour 7 minute mark.
Hey, at least I can play tennis, Edward.
Cameron, look, it's Wellsworth doing better than SSOC Wellsworth.
Ow! The burn is real. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm mad right now. Deal with
Cameron,
it.
God.
What do you think?
That I was actually
Looks good, Ben.
Because I'll have you know that I was actually late because I just arrived back from PT. So like, yeah.
How'd that go?
Pain, but successful.
Awesome. I mean, you probably should have figured that it'd be painful.
He's on his way
that.
from misery to happiness today.
Well, there's not going to be any happiness for Edward. That's not an option for him.
Yeah. The game of Edward's life only came with 2 modes: misery and also misery.
Misery and more misery.
Yeah, like you can
actually, it's misery and having to talk to Zane.
In the game settings, you know how you can choose the difficulty. Mine was suffering and more suffering instead of easy. Instead of easy, medium, or hard,
It was just pain. The only thing there was pain.
Pain and more pain. Yeah.
Okay. What cobblestone looks better for the church? This one or this one?
And the settings wasn't just pain.
This one.
The setting wasn't just
Which one?
The button
gray one.
Pain, and then another one that said pain. There were pain and more pain.
Well, see, my life settings are death, destruction, pain, misery, and death.
If you take the drug known as Edward's life, there are side effects of misery, pain, constant sadness, murder, and death.
Well, death is just part of the human condition. Except for the idiots who don't think that they're human.
What?
Yeah, there's some interesting people in this choo-choo train fandom.
You mean like me, the weaponized battle toaster?
Yeah.
I'll live forever. I'm not even.
Well, you'll get rusted out eventually.
Not if I keep on toasting my bread.
That'll wear you out quicker, you idiot.
Oh crap, you're right. But I'm weaponized. That means I'm like built to last,
No, that means that you're built to destroy things.
Edward, built to last means it's going to fall apart in a couple of years' time. Makes no difference.
Yeah. Built to last means it was made in China, you idiot.
Damn it. And we all know that China's governments can't last more than 50 years before breaking. Oh, yeah. I saw this one.
Dude, nothing in China lasts more than 50 days.
I said. Not even the riots because the government shoots all the people so fast. I saw this one meme. On the Reddit, and it was Mom, careful, sweetie, don't touch that. It's China. Me slightly rubs up against the vase. the vase, and then it was a picture of a map of China right after the Qing dynasty had just fallen.
Yeah.
Because it shattered into a billion pieces.
No, it's that clip of Phil Swift. Don't breathe this.
Yeah, but it's instead of like whatever it was in the original. I've seen so many things where it's replaced with something else. I don't know what the original was.
Yeah.
Like, what was he telling us not to breathe? But yeah, but instead of whatever it was, it's the Chinese smog from the factories.
Yeah.
Don't breathe this.
Looks at China. Don't be this.
Don't
Edward,
breathe this.
Have a look in the live chat for a perfect synopsis of the Dark Railway series.
But
I
it's
love
not
the
in,
DRS.
It's not in China.
Hi, Riley.
But the thing is, it's not looks at China. It's looks at Mao
Edward.
Zedong. It's just him. But yeah.
I said have a look in the live chat for a description, like a synopsis of the Dark Railway
Okay, I
series.
feel like this would be better if I read it in like a fairy tale opener voice. In the Dark Railway series, the engines can get drunk, have relationships.
No,
Yes.
no, Edward. It needs to
Yes,
start
that
with
too.
the music of the DRS. Wah, wah. Ben, you know the intro music for the DRS, right?
Yeah, the one where it's like it's just yeah.
It's just yeah.
In the Dark Railway.
I don't know how to describe it. It's like techno, but not.
It's Technoblade.
What
So
for
like
the
the
blood
style
god?
of music though, that's what it sounds like.
In the Dark Railway series, the engines
Not
can get
even close, baby. Technoblade never dies.
The engines can get drunk, have relationships. Yes, that too. Do drugs. Still,
No, it
a
needs
good
to be. It
series,
needs to be
though.
Michael Angelis' James' voice. In the Dark Railway series.
Michelangelo's James. In the dark.
In the Dark Railway series, the engines can get drunk, have relationships. Yes, that too. Do drugs. It's still a good series, though.
Michelangelo's is great, but why did he literally scream every line as James?
Ha ha ha, Golden, you suck.
My jaw just exploded.
Nice.
My teeth are gone.
Fantastic.
I need dentures.
Awesome.
And I need glasses, so
And I need
And
blood.
I need death.
I'm getting. Speaking of which, I haven't told you, I'm getting new glasses soon, like to replace my rubbish ones.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, Jeremy Clarkson.
Hmm. Yes.
What was that? That sounded like Zoran.
It was my voice going really like stupidly gravelly.
That was
Because
not
Jeremy
gravel.
Clarkson has a very odd voice.
Yeah.
Like, I love his
It did not
voice.
sound like
But
Jeremy Clarkson.
Oh, yeah.
It sounded like Zoran from Tugs.
no, Zorn's isn't gravelly at all.
You did that with less gravel. I mean, that wasn't too gravelly. You need to have a couple more. You need to have a few more smokes before you can get that gravel.
Yeah, well, all three of them smoked, so.
And they all die of lung cancer at the same age, though.
James May and my dad were born in the same year.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
And I was born.
Awesome.
Or was I?
Some of the conversations that you two have, it's just.
You see, the thing is, Cameron, I was actually lab grown.
Really?
Yeah. Speaking of lab grown, have you guys seen that disgusting lab grown vegan meat?
Yeah. Have you seen that disgusting lab cloned sheep? Ollie?
Sheep? What?
Yeah. Yeah, they cloned a sheep in like 2008 or something stupid.
Is it alive?
No, it died.
Well, I didn't do a very good job in it.
Well, yeah, but like it was the first time cloning a living thing.
Dogs can be cloned now.
Yeah, but this was before that. This was the this helped
This was the
establish that.
prequel. This was the prequel.
Yeah.
But yeah, that lab-grown vegan meat looks disgusting.
Anything vegan looks disgusting. What do you
I was
mean?
looking at that stuff, and they literally said, like, I don't give a crap how much of a vegan loony weirdo you are. Eating meat is not as bad as what they said. That I was literally watching a video on it, and they admitted it, and with full smiles, and were like sounded so happy about it. It is made with lab chemicals and grown organically, or not organically, and grown scientifically in a lab. And it's like, no, this is not how you save the world. This is how you start the zombie apocalypse with poisoned meat.
This is how you screw the world, is with freaking
Exactly.
lab-grown food.
This is not how you destroy the world. This is not how you save the world. This is how you destroy it. Like what the fact that they openly admitted to using lab chemicals. Like no, I'm not eating
We
that.
use elements of the periodic table.
I'm not eating that. Screw
Now with 100% more chemicals.
Now with 100% more bleach.
I did
Please,
science.
Lord, end my suffering.
And that's the thing. They're all like, I love how all of the vegans are like, like, oh my god, like, like they're like the meat, but they think that non-vegans, and I admit some non-vegans are like this. They just don't like thinking about the animals, so they're like, here's an alternative, so you don't have to think about the poor animals. Like the non-vegans, the vegans want the non-vegans. Like they think it's just the animal thing, but like we don't want to hurt the animals, and we're just eating. But here's the thing. When I'm eating like a steak, I actively enjoy the thought that it was once a cow.
Me too. When I eat meat, I like to indulge in the fact that it used to be
alive.
That it used to be living.
And
because it was put on this earth for a reason, and that is to be eaten.
Okay, no, we're not getting biblical. Fuck the Bible.
Hey, I never said who put it on this earth.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, well, no, because I mean, well, I don't.
It exists on this earth. Let me rephrase it so it doesn't offend you.
Yeah, it exists on the earth, and not just that, but like it makes me feel satisfied because, well, one, we are expressing the fact that humans are the dominant, species on the earth by making all other nature bend to our will, so that's always satisfying. I like thinking about that because we conquered the world. We freaking did it. We are humans. All else bows to our reign. And it's true though, elephants in Africa, whales in the ocean, cheetahs cheetahing, the chickens on the farm, all the way down to my dog in the next room. We literally wrap, leather around their necks and attach leashes to them and drag them around. We are.
Or in the cases, or in the events of my sister's dog dragging me around, but
like, oh god, like think about it. We, us humans, we did that. We freaking did that. We burned down. This is gonna sound so bad, but it's true.
It just sounds like you're like a general of the army, like trying to like.
Edward, you sound like a communist leader.
No, but it's true though. We did that. We broke down the forest and built homes.
No, Ben, I'm just looking through your server. No, go away.
But we are humans. We did all of this.
Hey Ben, can you check admin chat in your server?
I got rid, huh?
Can you check admin chat in your server?
Yeah, I got rid of the. Hold on a second. I got rid of the messages in general, but I didn't get rid of that.
It's just
no, go away.
Oh god, 7 notifications. Okay.
Ben, you should really check your Discord during streams more.
It's really, 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 really laggy. It's struggling to load up. I'll have to look at it after.
I remember how it is.
It's just, there's something about it. It's so nice to me to think that we as humans, we did this. We conquered this earth. It is ours.
And it's also well, that's why scientists are going to ruin it.
And
Not
the reason
scientists.
why I'm
Not scientists. Sorry. Scientists are trying to like fix it. Now, did you see the message that I posted on Twitter? Like
I did. I agree with some parts, but
I don't agree with most of it.
Me neither.
That was at like 11 o'clock at night, and I was tired, annoyed after reading like some more news things. I was just like,
I agree with Cameron there.
Especially seeing as the fact that our community like is focused around steam engines, things which, in the minds of scientists, actively contributed to that.
Yeah. But
I'm still mad though. You can't help me for being. You can't tell me off for being mad at it.
No, it's fair enough, but I don't think humans' time is better spent trying to preserve the Earth that we have. It should be better. It's better suited to search for a new one. The way that I see it, because regardless of whether this Earth dies or not, it will die. An asteroid, even if we do save the Earth, save them turtles, y'all.
Edward, never do that ever again so long as you live, or I shall drive to your house. I will steal my mom's car, get my driving license at the age of 14, drive to your house, and slap you.
Cameron.
Yeah?
All you have to do is wait until I get mine, because I'm doing my driver's theory this week.
Well, I can't exactly go halfway across the world. I can't bring you halfway across the world to drive me to Edward's house.
But you can steal your mom's car. Okay.
Hey, I know how to drive.
I mean, yeah, but
just don't have a license. Edward, do you really think that stealing is the biggest issue we have here with you sounding like that?
Actually, you know what's wrong?
You.
Slapping disabled people. Okay,
yeah,
but you talking like that is pretty cursed. I'll stop.
Edward, you don't act, think, or like. No one would know you were disabled if you brought it up. If you didn't bring it up.
I mean, that's
true. You don't think and you don't act. That mentality.
I mean, that's true, but it's always handy to bring it out when people are being rude.
Or when you're being rude, as I've proven earlier. That is the fakest and most annoying laugh you've ever done. Please stop. Edward?
What? I was just being like a kindergarten schoolgirl, like skipping to school.
Edward? Just
like little Bo Peep and Red.
Hang on, I'm just gonna text my mom real quick.
The person
Ben, check your Discord.
I told you. I said I can't because I've got the
Yes,
screen.
you can.
This is a live.
Really laggy.
Yeah, mine is too. Just do it. It only takes like 3 seconds.
Yes, but your computer's like super powerful now because you've got like Windows and all that.
No, I don't. That was a 2-week free trial, and I uninstalled that ages ago.
No, I meant like your new, like you said you had a new computer.
I do have a new computer, but it still is laggy on Discord. And I remember what it was like when I had the one like you have.
Well, do you still have that?
No, we sold it.
Yep.
Mine's asking for the battery to be replaced, and it's really struggling.
Oh my god! Oh my god! My brother is here.
Oh yeah, the Northwestern.
Yes,
That's my alt, Ben.
My brother in arms.
It isn't your alt.
Yes, Northwesterner, you can confirm this. You are my alt.
You don't like alt accounts.
Yes, I have like 12 of them. What do you mean?
No, I wasn't. Cameron, I was trying to say something else. No, I said you don't like doing AUs, and the Northwesterner does AUs all the time.
Did you just say that?
It has to be a convincing alt. Come on.
Hold up. You just said that, Cameron. You said the Northwesterner. Please confirm to him that you are my alt. Wouldn't you just, if he was your alt, wouldn't you just flip over to that account and say, yes, I am his alt?
Yeah, but I like annoying y'all.
But anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah,
vegans. Hang on a sec. Discord's struggling still because I've got so many notifications, but it's loading up. Okay, admin chat. Okay. Okay, I've got 2 messages from you. Good morning. I've also been at tennis. It took a while to load up. It's just a blank screen. It's a blank screen for ages.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
About that pizza. Oh dear. Blueberries, ranch dressing, and butterfly pea.
What?
Thomas's really useful sauce will fizzle the fireboxes of your taste buds.
Thomas's really useful sauce sounds so bad out of context. I wasn't paying attention, and then I turned back to see Thomas's really useful sauce.
I sent you it on Discord.
Please kill me.
It says this is what Riley sent me. It says the pizza chain will team up with everyone's favorite tank engine. Pizza Hut announced the upcoming launch of a sauce inspired by popular Mattel character Thomas and Friends.
Popular Mattel character Thomas and Friends. Hello there, Thomas and Friends. How are you, Thomas and Friends?
According to their upcoming catalog, made of blueberries, ranch dressing, and butterfly pea, Thomas's really useful sauce will fizzle the fireboxes of your taste buds.
What
The
the
launch,
fuck?
the launch of the pizza sauce will coincide with Mattel's newest iteration of the franchise, Thomas and Friends All Engines Die.
Yay! All legends are dying. Yes. Please, please, please let me watch their executions, please. I love public.
So they're not even bothering to make a completely new like Thomas shaped pizza or anything. They're just making pizza sauce to put on your pizza. It's pizza sauce branded as a Thomas sauce, which
I
is
really
going.
hope you don't have to roll up to the drive-through window and say, "Hi, can I get Thomas's really useful sauce?"
Can I get a New Yorker style pepperoni pizza with Thomas's really useful sauce on top?
Wait, you just walk up. Hi, can I have Thomas's really useful sauce? Nothing else, just 5 orders of Thomas's really useful sauce. I want to buy that so bad now, just so I can throw a wooden railway Thomas in it.
What did I just come back to?
Hey, Cameron, do you want Thomas's really useful sauce in your mouth?
No, I don't.
What if you could get loads of it for free?
No, I think I'm good.
You don't want to touch Thomas's really useful sauce with your tongue? You don't
Yeah.
want it to. You don't.
For some reason, I think I'm good on that.
You don't want it to touch to texturalize your taste buds.
You don't want it to fizzle the fire in your fireboxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to fizzle the fire in your box.
Oh my gosh, why did I do the content I did when I was like just turned 13?
Cameron, that is not. Man, read it to Cameron.
Shut up.
No, once you hear it, you'll understand what I'm saying.
I'm just gonna go.
Pizza Hut
No,
to
you
launch
need to
Thomas
hear
and
this.
Friends inspired sauce. The pizza chain will team up with everyone's
God
favorite
damn it, he
tank
left.
engine. Pizza Hut announced the upcoming launch of a sauce inspired by popular Mattel character Thomas and Friends. According to their
Thomas and Friends. Hi, Thomas and Friends. How are you doing, Thomas and Friends?
According to their upcoming catalog, made of blueberries, ranch dressing, and butterfly pea, Thomas's really useful sauce will fizzle the fireboxes of your taste buds. The launch of the pizza sauce will coincide with Mattel's newest iteration of the franchise, Thomas and Friends All Engines Die Already.
God, okay. I really hope that sauce is vegan, so that way we have one more thing to make fun of the vegans with.
I mean, it's actually colored blue, like the sauce is blue. That's all it is. Like,
okay, I'm not eating that. What the hell?
They've made the pizza sauce blue based upon, because of the ingredients that they put in it. sauce, like the pizza
Hell
sauce,
no.
is blue, and they're advertising it as a Thomas related product.
Hell
You-
no.
you-
I'm not eating that.
I would buy
One
it.
blue.
I would buy it if it was Thomas shaped pizza, but no,
Blue
it's just
sauce.
sauce. It's a
Blue?
sauce
Seriously?
option to put on your pizza.
Now, everybody. Just wanted to ask. Blueberries don't count because they're mostly purple. But outside of very few things, blue is not normally something that you eat, like a color that you eat. If you see
It's
something
not
blue,
something that you associate with pizza.
it's not
especially-
something that you associate with food. You know,
Well,
like I've
sometimes.
never eaten anything that's blue. Think about it. It's always like green or red or orange, or one of those colors, or like brown, like steak, or brown, like burnt steak. Thanks, Dad. Stuff like that. But no, blue and sauce, no less. No, I'm not eating that. What the? That just sounds bad.
They're so excited to promote the reboot that they're making a sauce that doesn't even look like Thomas. It's just Thomas's color. It's like he murdered Thomas and his blood is going on your pizza.
What the fuck?
That's
maybe
like
it really. No, I won't say that on here. That's bad. So I
it's
won't
the
say
blood
it.
of Edward and Henry mixed together.
Oh God. Ah yes, I remember when I was at Mattel headquarters. They beat me and Henry over the head with a baseball bat. Then, well, they said that we were being fired. We were understandably pissed. Then we got knocked out from behind, presumably with baseball bats or metal sticks. And then next thing you know, we woke up in the garbage dump in Mattel's dumpster, labeled Mattel, and we were at the garbage dump, a few meters away from the incinerator.
Now we're in hell.
Yeah, now we're in heaven with Wilbert Audrey.
When the towel will never go.
Looking down in disapproval. Yeah, we already spoke to God. Mattel ain't coming here.
Good.
But anyways, vegans, no.
Well, I hope for Mattel it will be damnation without relief, and Edward will get that joke based upon what we were watching yesterday.
Damnation without relief.
Yes, if you had consulted your Bible, you would know it was damnation without relief. So there are no bathrooms.
So yes. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, vegan.
I'm
vegan.
in.
Vegan. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus, is that you?
Hello, I have arrived.
Are you the Messiah?
I hope not. Fuck.
Damn. Wait, you're not the Messiah?
I hope not. You'll be very disappointed.
Well, fuck. If you're not the Messiah, someone lied to me. Shit.
Hi, language.
I've been following the wrong religion.
Oh yeah. Crap. Right. Yeah.
I think I've been following the wrong religion.
Hello, Davy.
Davy Martins. Martins.
Right.
Davy.
If I sound
Hang
lesser quality,
on. Plane.
it's
There's a plane going overhead, and they said that the borders were locked down. They lied.
it's mainly due to the fact that
Probably domestic.
I'm using my laptop instead of my
It
desktop.
doesn't matter if it's domestic because the state itself has blocked entrance.
Well, it could be an interstate flight.
There's only one airport. There's only one airport big enough for a plane that size.
My God, what is your state's infrastructure budget?
One airport, one major airport, a couple of airfields
I said the budget.
What?
Okay, yeah, it's working. I think.
I said the infrastructure budget.
Hang on, let me search that up.
I've also received new ping.
I have received a newfound hatred for
The budget. The budget this year is $17.9 billion.
Since my laptop has a webcam, I could turn it on and have a face reveal.
and you
but
only
at
have
the same
one
time,
commercial size.
I don't
airport.
want to do that.
Hang on a second, I can't hear what Edward's saying. What did you say?
Oh,
So
okay.
your budget is like $17 billion, and you only have one commercially sized airport.
Yes.
Huh. Interesting.
Who? What?
Yeah, I know you
Where's-
have to drive for like 4 hours if you're like right up in the corner of the state. You have to drive for about 4 to 5 hours to get to the airport, only to go back in the other direction.
Why?
It takes more time to drive to the airport.
Then where's the budget going? Where's the infrastructure budget going? To new schools?
It's going
Economy.
towards paying people who are working hard on construction sites.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, fair
He
enough.
says
I
as he
guess.
pretends to know.
What?
I said yes, even though I didn't even know that until Ben said that.
Oh. Fake expertise. I wish our infrastructure, but I wish any of our budget was going to paying the workers. No.
The international debt. God damn it. The national debt. Well, that's a story and a half.
You know something that I find hilarious.
What?
So you know how people work for the government, right?
Yes.
And you know how the taxes like go immediately right back into not really paying all those people but back into like infrastructure and stuff.
Yeah.
And taxes are mostly going to the military and stuff, so like the debt is still happening. So basically anybody who works in like a government job is just being paid IOUs or money that doesn't exist, because America has to take out even more loans to pay those people, so they're taking out, and basically they're paying them debt money.
Why not just print more money and pay off the debt at this point?
But because printing more money doesn't make more money, it just divides the value of each of the money.
Oh God! GoFundMe page, help stop the national debt. I don't know why you keep trying to call it the international debt. It's not cross country.
This post was made by the United States of America.
Yeah, this post was made by the National Bank of the United States of America.
GoFundMe, fundraiser, Kickstarter, all that. Super chat and live streams.
What's it? GoFundMe. The amount that we're trying to reach is, a nice, slim, easy $32.4 trillion.
Which is more than most people in the world have.
More than all countries in the world combined, I believe.
Half the debt is
that's just like destroying every country's economy just to get back at themselves,
Yup.
Well, I say screw America then. They can figure it out themselves.
Yup. Please. Hey, China, please. If you're watching this, invade America. Just let me leave for the United Kingdom. I don't care what happens to this. Just let me leave.
I've thought about this.
China, invade America. Actually, no, better yet, Britain. Please. Your Majesty.
Invade America and reclaim what was taken.
Yes, Britain. Your Majesty. I humble myself. Well, I've always humbled myself, but I humble myself before you. I love you. I love that.
Proceeds to unstate Alaska and Hawaii.
How dare you?
Just to kill off the debt for selling Alaska and Hawaii.
We can sell Hawaii back to the British, even though they gave it to us, and we can sell Alaska back to Russia. Or actually, no.
Cannibalize it.
We could pull a Russia again. We could do a Russia and sell it to Britain. Because do you know why Russia sold Alaska to the United States?
Actually, I never knew that. Why?
Okay, so what happened? Well, Russia. So basically, just before that, Russia got curb stomped by the United Kingdom, France, a few other nations in the Crimean War, and so they needed money because they just got curb stomped. And so they wanted to do something. So they wanted to sell off Alaska because it was their only overseas territory. Then it wasn't really bringing in much money. But they didn't want. And everybody has always said, "Well, why isn't Alaska a part of Canada?" It was almost a part of Canada, but instead of selling it to the Russians were literally going to sell it to Britain, But then they decided, you know what? Screw you. You just curb stomped us in the Crimean War. So just to piss you off, we are not only not going to sell it to you, we are going to sell it to your escaped colony.
Yeah.
They sold it to America for the sole purpose of pissing the British off, and I love it.
Yeah. There's some good Chad US moments in history.
Yeah, that was pretty golden. That was amazing.
There we go. Put some trees now in front of
That's a very good shrubbery.
Yes, thank you.
I love how we started talking about money and stuff, and then everybody in the chat just is like, you know what? We're just gonna throw out everything that we know about money, and then one person just says, like, each person just says one word: economy. And then someone else, inflation.
What kind of inflation are we talking about here?
Stop talking.
Okay, no, look at that. That's the view that you get from the station platform, like this outer station platform.
Oh, this is Wellsworth. Oh, dang.
Yes, we never actually finished the Solar Stories of Chaos one, so my mission is to make the Railway Series one look really good.
Ah.
Oh yeah. Britain, please, come on. Your Majesty, if you're watching this, invade the United States, please, just reclaim the colonies, please. The only thing I ask is that you douse, the White House in gasoline. Obviously, just please let me be the one to light and throw the match.
Edward.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes, it is very beautiful. I love it.
It follows the Railway Series illustration by having the massive.
It appears that the platform numbers are floating.
Yeah.
I don't think Ben can change that though.
They don't
show up in Driver.
They don't show up only the humans show up in Driver.
Okay, yeah, that's just the platform scripting. I don't know why I didn't know that. Anyways, but yeah, to add to that what I just said, just please let me be the one to light and throw the match, and then we can go and then we can, I don't know, go to the building across the street and party like it's 1812.
I always wanted to do
only history fans will get that reference.
I always wanted
quietly laughs like behind the camera.
laughs in British. Or actually wait, no. Laughs in red coat.
Yeah. I always wanted to do something. I wanted to make my own like AJS platforms of like all the like Sudrian locations. Just so I can go, hey, it exists.
I mean, if you are going to do that, I am currently working in Blender to model some stations, so
Oh yeah, I could definitely attachment point them and like give them.
Riley, look how awkward this house is. Show them this type of house, this design of house. They're so awkward looking.
You talking about the house on the stream on Ben's screen share right now?
Yes.
My house kind of looks like that, but it doesn't look entirely like that. Like the only thing that I don't know why I said it looks like my house. The only thing that it looks like is the driveway.
Oh, yeah. I also have a driveway.
But it is kind of a weird looking house. Yeah, I will say it is.
Like,
it is very,
look at
very
the second
weird.
part. That's like not tall enough to be a second floor, and the windows.
Like it looks like
level.
the second.
The second floor is split between one floor and like the rest.
It looks like that part of the house just sank into the ground.
Yeah, I think that maybe it's more of texturing issues than a design flaw.
No. The house is built like that.
Underground house.
You just built different.
There are houses that actually look like that.
Yeah, and they're really weird, and I don't know why anybody would want to live in that. Like, what? The only way that I can see that design being practical is on like the side of a hill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you like lower it down in that area to like dig it into the hill, not just because of the curve, but for stability to stop it from sliding away.
Yeah.
They've got like a basement for there for extra stability.
There was also something I started like making my own routes a little bit ago.
You were saying something before Edward talked about the house.
Yes, please continue.
Yeah, I was I think you're talking about the AJS platforms. I could definitely provide the extra texturing and what is it? The attachment points, so it would like work like an AJS platform.
Oh yes, please. That would be rather nice to add to my first model.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership.
Yep. I was also going to say that I've been doing my own routes, and I realized there's a big lack of maritime stuff.
I was going to say the beginning of a beautiful relationship, but that would
You
have been
mean like docks and all that?
Like boats is what I mean.
Yes,
like cruise liners and everything
please,
else.
Please.
As far as I'm aware, the only liner. Okay, so Tom K made the SS Rockstar. That's
Which
pretty
I
cool.
have at Tidmouth right now, sat in Tidmouth Port.
The thing is, he didn't include the other variants, like the Vienna rock version of Rockstar, which
oh please, if you're going to make Vienna Rockstar, please do alternate liveries. If you were to make one like this, please do alternate liveries of the HMS Britannic, RMS Titanic, and RMS Olympic.
You know what's really interesting? Titanic and Olympic are already on the DLS.
Yeah, Edward and I attempted to download them a while back. They didn't work out.
They're kind of not
faulty
anymore. Yeah.
I download them and Tane, they're fine. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure why it ended up screwing up for you.
Please do a Britannic though. I've been looking for a Trains Britannic and it doesn't exist.
I have found diagrams of the Olympic class, so I may try and do Olympic and Titanic. And then
Britannic is the same thing, just with a couple of design differences.
Yeah.
Which you can, check based
Since I'm
on.
only modeling the exterior, I definitely could give that a go.
Make sure that if you were going to make them all separate models, which I would advise, each sister, there were 3 of them, each sister improved ever so slightly on the last. There's a way that you could tell Titanic from Olympic, and it's that Titanic's top deck near the wheelhouse has 2 things, like they almost look like wings that extend outward, jutting out from the ship on either side, and that is a Titanic and Britannic exclusive. And then also Olympic had bigger and better cranes for loading and unloading lifeboats, so there's a pretty dramatic difference there. Titanic and Olympic kind of had basically like levering and pulley systems,
Yeah.
Whereas Britannic had actual cranes. But yeah, the wheelhouse thing, the little jut out from the wheelhouse, is a Titanic and Britannic exclusive. Olympic never had it. Don't ask me why I inexplicably know way too much about ocean liners. I just do.
So do I. I think I know way too much about the Olympic class.
Like, there's just something about them that they're so infamous. And I like boats. Like, if I wasn't a train person, I'd be a boat guy.
Yeah. I feel about the same. If I wasn't into trains, I'd be more into maritime a lot more.
I actually, wanted to be in the Navy, but, no.
But the government said no.
Do. It would also be really boring because I would be like on a ship, or worse, an onshore correspondent. Ugh. Imagine being in the Navy but not even being on a boat. Like, what point in your career do you have to be in the Navy but be an onshore correspondent? And that's where the Navy dumps all of the people that they don't care about. Like, you're not effective, you're not good, get dumped. You're an onshore correspondent. No, I'm joking. It's actually where they put all the people who they don't want to die because they're important. But
yeah.
Still, like, come on, like, bruh. I want to be in the action. I want to fire the guns, man. I want to shoot down some planes. Like, come at me, bro. 1v1 me in the Pacific, Japan.
Speaking of maritime, I also found diagrams when I was looking for diagrams. I was looking for diagrams at Appleton Hall, and I don't know if you know what my intentions were. What that was for, but I found Olympic class diagrams. I found a bunch of maritime diagrams when I was looking for them. I thought, huh, there's a lot of ships people haven't made yet.
Mm.
It's like there's only one model of the TV series exclusive boat, Lakesider 3, which is just literally just Appleton Hall with a bigger with a White Star-esque wheelhouse.
The White Star Line. The biggest joke in maritime history. Stumbling their way to everything, actually. Like, here's the thing, like, I like White Star, but like, no.
Yeah,
they're cool, but they're also bad. And it's like, on one hand, I want to hate Cunard because like they were the ones who were successful and they kind of bullied White Star. But on the other hand, Cunard's just the better company because White Star's management was crap.
Yeah, it kind of was. Yeah, I will say
And
that.
then there's of course the off-brand made in China version of White Star, Blue Star Line. Or when
Yeah.
they were either
Mr.
the Red Star.
Happy and Mr. Happiness, but White Star and Blue Star.
There's also, I think, Red Star line, the Red Star line as well. I was like, what?
There's the white. Wait, no, I think it was either the Red Star Line or the Blue Star Line because there's another one that's like a modern day thing. It's like a dedicated to the preservation of the White Star Line, and it's called either the Red Star Line or the Blue Star Line, and I don't remember. Like, I'm getting the two confused. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Because the Red Star and Blue Star Line both exist. One of them was an actual company that was like a made in China ripoff version of the White Star Line, and then the other one's this like community of like a committee of people dedicated to preserving the White Star Line. But then it's like, why wouldn't you just call yourself the White Star Line Part 2? But okay.
Because
like
that
the
sounds weird.
the White Star Line Preservation Society.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That kind of intervenes with, the RMS Titanic Preservation Society.
I think the more interesting is that none of the White Star vessels even survived. Like, I mean, technically they have. I'm not talking about the sunken ones. I'm talking about like the actual ones that are in the water.
You know the really cringe.
I hate the sunken ones.
Remember when Cunard
In the water.
Remember when White Star, for that split-second moment in time, had everything they ever wanted? They had that 3-ship transatlantic crossing.
Yep.
And then it was all taken away from them.
Yeah.
They had what they wanted for like a good half year. What was it? What did they have? Didn't they have like Imperator or Leviathan or something? But
I think so.
It was like a ragtag group of ships. Like, they weren't from the same class. I think they had Mauritania and like RMS Imperator and then some other third ship.
Yeah.
The best ships.
I kind of find it interesting that had Britannic not sank, or at least was able to be salvaged, she might be still with us to this day.
RMS or HMHS Britannic?
She would have been RMS afterwards, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
oh my god, how did I never think about that before? HMHS. I always wondered why she was HMHS instead of HMS. It's Her Majesty's
hospital ship.
Hospital ship. I never kill me.
It just clicked now.
It just clicked. I always wondered, what is that extra H? And technically at that point it was His Majesty's hospital ship. But it's hospital ship. Like, I knew that when they were commandeered by the military they became His Majesty's ship. But it's it all
makes sense now.
No, I love how it's like SS is like what the
steamship.
Like it's just sailing ship.
It's either steamship or sailing ship, depending on the boat or the.
And then also there's the USS, which is United States ship.
No, I think it's a warship.
Why did America get that treatment, but not like France? Like, where's the FS, the French ship?
You know what?
The French ship.
There's some.
That's probably why they didn't have it like that. Because
Okay, sorry. What about the SNS? How about the SNS for France? The Surrender Nation.
NSES Mario Kart.
No, I meant the
SNES Mario Kart. Go ahead.
The SNS. It stands for Surrender Nation Ship, and that's for France.
Fuck.
The Surrender Nation.
I also thought about there's this one classic ocean liner, the SS United States, and it was like,
Oh, that fucking bastard! I hate that liner so much.
What if it was called? What if it was
Why?
called USS United
Because
States? It'd be
America
called
was
the
just
United
sitting
States
on their
ship.
bum. Just sitting on their bum. They did not do anything in the ocean liner business. Everybody else was fighting over the blue ribbon. And then America just came along with their SS United States. And we're like, hey guys, have this. And then it stole the blue ribbon and still has it to this day. And it's so lame.
That's why I like it so much. It's still with us and it still has the blue ribbon.
They weren't
The problem is there's like no plans to like restore and preserve it.
Good, good, burn it. I hate it so much.
No, I love it so much because it's like it's still here. Not a lot of ocean liners are still around from like the 50s and like from a bygone era. Yeah, that like Queen Mary, United States, classic ships from that era that are just sitting and doing nothing. Queen Mary is like in a very decent shape.
Not for long because a freaking Soviet U-boat is about to kill her.
Problem. Every new owner that Queen Mary gets, it's like they don't know what to do with her. Is the thing. Like they don't know how to advertise.
I've acquired the Queen Mary. What now?
Yeah.
it's like how what's it called? How like settlers landed in like some country and were just like, okay, we made it.
We're here. What now?
What to do now?
Yeah.
And then it's like the manager is just like, well, Jones, this was your plan, and he's like, yeah, but the only bit I had of my plan was to just get here.
And the thing is, I love how it's different for each, like, people. Settlers land on Greenland and Iceland. Let's go home and prank everyone. Settlers land in Canada. All right, we're going to be obedient, good little boys. Settlers land in Australia. What's the plan? Let's bring criminals here. Settlers land in America, the United States. Let's revolt.
Well, it wasn't that way until like fucking I'm sorry for the swear there.
It's a joke.
That for whatever King George III decided to go, you know what? Instead of taxing my people on the mainland, I'm going to tax the colonies. That sounds like a great idea. For like the French War that went on that
French War.
I forget what it's actually called. I know it involved the French.
The French War.
It's called the 7 Years' War.
Is that what it's actually called? Okay.
Well, sorry. In America, that's known as the French and Indian War.
Oh yeah, the French Indian War. That's what it was.
No, do not call it that. That is not what it's called.
Oh.
If you call it that, a bunch of other historians will get really mad at you.
Oh. So, yeah, that's kind of what caused the revolt. Is that sort of like
because America was forced to foot the bill that it racked up.
And along with that, the people were treated like not people. They weren't treated like actual like citizens of the UK. They were treated like common like just people. It was like people's like, oh yeah, we don't have to give you any mind. Screw you. Pay our stuff.
That's not entirely true.
And it was taxation without representations. Like the colonies didn't have a say.
You do
if they were
realize
to get taxes
we
or not.
proceeded to do the
They just
exact
got
same
them.
thing to the people in the Louisiana Territory for decades.
Yeah. It was like, what?
But when the Cheros sorry for mispronouncing it. I know I believe the Cheros became a racial slur, but I'm using it in the context from before that
Is that like a Native American tribe or something?
No, it was it now like it had like a racial thing that was added to it, but that was only still like it became like a racial slur in the 1870s. Before that, it was just known as like a French person who was born in North America, like the French colonists. And basically, like those were the people in the Louisiana Territory. And Napoleon just sold the people
Napoleon
and their
Dynamite.
land, to the United States.
Always
And we forced them to pay our taxes, but didn't give them statehood. They became an American territory, hence the Louisiana Territory, meaning that the people there were taxed without representation all the way. And I mean, heck, some of the parts of the Louisiana Territory weren't fully integrated as states until after the Civil War. Think about all of those years where those people were being forced to pay American taxes without representation in the Congress.
That is absolutely amazing that the Louisiana Purchase caused an irony.
What do you mean?
The reason why the colonists revolted against the United Kingdom.
The colony has become the colonizer with the taxes,
then it became the injustices that they weren't being seen as people. They were just being seen. That's that little area that we can just boss them around and do whatever we want with them. Then when they finally revolt and become their own country, the one you and I are living right now,
unfortunately,
after buying the Louisiana Territory, they start taxing the people. It's like, that's really ironic if you think about it.
Yep, America, being a hypocrite, a terrible nation, and a piece of shit colony since 1776.
Maybe we've done a lot of other strides and other things, but it just seems really funny that.
And also, we're still doing the same crap.
One step forward,
Puerto Rico,
it's
Guam,
one step.
American Samoa. We've been doing it for years. Let's
When
not forget about the not so peaceful annexation of Hawaii, but that's swept under the rug.
It's very weird sometimes how like government works. It's just, I'm not even angry. I just find it really funny that the thing that started the revolt ended up some of the same people started doing the same thing. Like Thomas Jefferson was still alive when I think he was president at the time when he bought when the Louisiana Purchase was bought.
When the Louisiana Purchase was bought, the purchase is bought.
I should have said Louisiana Territory. My bad.
Oh yeah, I mean, but it's still gonna work if you said the Louisiana Purchase was made.
Yeah, I should have said that.
Make
instead.
The purchase. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just.
But yeah, it's really interesting. Like out of all the people who should have known, one of the founding fathers are like, why are we taxing these people?
Listen up, boys. We can't pretend.
There we go.
Oh, sorry, wait. He wouldn't have that voice yet.
He'd have more of an English accent. Yeah, he would have more of an English accent.
You'd be like, what, boys, what we tax?
Oh yeah, that's a good looking suburb area.
It's like a bit of a different look from like all of this.
I kind of forget that the problem with me is that I'm having trouble doing towns. It's sort of like, it's kind of hard for me to diversify everything. It's like, oh yeah, not every house is a terrace,
What? How did we go from talking about the early United States government to naming houses terrace and like the
that's just the name of the house style. Like when houses are like bunched together, that's a terrace.
You said terrace, it's terrace.
Although it is really funny if you think about it, that one of the characters in the show we're talking about.
Terrace, and you said terrace.
Oh, terrace. Okay, I get that mixed up.
I still like to think that Terrence's owner lives in a terrace house.
Farmer Finney?
Yes.
That actually would be really kind of interesting. He just lives in a terrace.
What do you think? It's like I like on this street, the houses are going to be different to over here on this side of the street.
Also, by the way,
more suburban.
Yeah, and then when you're going by like on the track as well, doesn't that look nice? So like you've got all the regular old houses, but then you've got like variety down here. Yeah,
it adds a little bit of like variety to the eye. You're not like seeing just one thing. And also, what did you want to say, Ben?
I said like
I meant to say Edward, but I said what do you want to say, Edward?
I was going to say,
On this next
what is
baseboard,
your
I'm going to
preferred
put in some
Terrence?
more of the churchyards, and then I'm going to build up Wellsworth a bit more to have like different housing, and then I'll eventually gradually feed it out back into farmland again before we move on to Marin and Gordon Selling and Marin.
That's a good shot.
Oh yeah, that's really. Oh well, the chance for screenshotting is gone. We could get it in the stream replay though. Anyways, which way is your
What were you
preferred
doing?
beginning of Terrence's theme? The one where it just goes.
No, you said a screenshot. You said a
Or the one
screenshot.
that goes. Or the one where it goes.
Yeah, with the flowers. That was a really good shot.
Wait, you mean?
Yeah, with like the pink flowers, and it was like you don't have to recreate it, but yeah, it's like really close there. Yeah, it's very similar. It's just a really interesting like composition of shot. Like you're just seeing from this angle of this flower. Like the flower seems to be the main focus, but you see all this other stuff in the back. It's very interesting.
Now you can get one from like even lower down.
Hooray!
What do you think about that then?
Yes.
So
That is
what did
what
you
I
say
think.
about with the Terrence, Edward?
Oh yes, Terrence's theme. Do you prefer the beginning where it goes just bum 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 bum, or the one where it goes rum bum 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 bum? I prefer the.
I like that one more because it feels like you're sliding up like a
Yeah.
scale.
Didn't the Series 1 version just go like that? Like
No, I'm pretty. Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. The season 2 version was like. Can I just say, Terrence's theme is a really nice tune to like be the beat box for.
Yeah.
You know, we should do that. We should do like an acapella. I can never say the word acapella.
Acapella? Or,
Yeah,
Acapella. I don't care.
it's either or. It's potato.
It's a pelican. Oh no! What was that? What's that thing about the pelican? That thing where it's like his something about food in his bellykin. You know, food in his bellykin, and how did it go?
Right, hang on, Riley. What
Yes?
section of the theme? What bit of the theme do you want to play? Well, say in a way. Really.
I always like the ending crescendo, like. It always ended in It always ended in a very triumphant way, in my opinion.
Yeah. Edward, what section do you want?
I like the bit in the middle where it goes like it's almost like I could see like a bunch, like if it went on for longer, I could see like women like kick lining to it. That'd be kind of funny.
I don't mean like section as in like you do a specific section. I mean like a section of like the music. Like you want to do the melody or?
Oh, I guess I can beatbox if you want.
All right.
Actually, no, that'd be terrible. I'd ruin it.
Maybe I could provide the lead. I don't know.
Oh God, maybe you think I'm gonna take that responsibility for when this goes horribly? Fat chance. Certainly not. This is gonna go terribly, most likely.
I find that old shape. Also, I was watching the Unlucky Tug's video about Henry. I found the most interesting thing is that, and also other people caught this too, is that for whatever reason, Henry the Green Engine, Henry's old shape is like super consistently drawn in that book.
Yeah.
More consistent than it was in any other book prior.
Well, that's because it's when it officially became intentional, you know?
Yeah, although I do find it interesting that the only ones who got it right, actually the only one who got it right was Reginald Payne. He was like, I don't think that was the Pacific Henry was even an intentional thing at the time. And then
he died.
No, he had a. I think he had a mental breakdown, if I remember.
Didn't he? I'm pretty sure I looked it up. Didn't he die in an asylum?
I have no idea. I have not looked up his name besides on the Thomas Wiki.
Like, I think something in him snapped and they couldn't put him back together, so he went to an asylum.
Humpty Dumpty.
God damn.
Reginald Payne sat on a wall. Reginald Payne had a great fall.
God, wait, no, he sat on an easel.
I'm gonna look it up now.
Yeah, I thought I heard somewhere that he
Reginald
died in
Payne.
an asylum, or that
Go off the
he
wiki.
he went full on cuckoo. I know you can't
Like
see it, but I
George
was
III.
yeah, poor guy. If you couldn't see me,
Edward, remember when I don't think I've shown you the George the George the Fourth song, have I?
Oh, George the Fourth.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
song where George the Fourth complains about his father, and then the rest of his life after his father died.
Yeah, George the Fourth is a weenie.
He's a big baby.
He was not
No,
I mean, he did.
In the
He
song,
did. I mean, we gotta give him some credit. He did face Napoleon. Also, I have to say, now correct me if I'm wrong here, but Napoleon the Bonaparte was the last person in modern history, and yes, I do consider the Napoleonic Wars to be, like the modern age, like modern history. He was the last person.
We're not doing the Napoleonic Wars in history, because I even said, why don't we do it? I said, because it's not relevant to Australia. Like, well, there you go then. It's time we did something that isn't relevant to Australia.
The Napoleonic Wars were the last time that the leader of a country, no less the emperor, personally led his armies into battle. Like, I think it's kind of understated how cool that is. Napoleon was a literal emperor and was facing down against people with modern types of guns. With modern guns who can reload fast and stuff like that. No, man, he was just in the battlefield with his troops, working like a lad. Like, come on, that's pretty freaking cool.
And then nowadays, like even like the general's just like, okay, I'm gonna go kick back and relax on my table.
Nowadays, not even really the generals are like getting out into the open. They're just like chilling in their little bunker things.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like that. I'm just saying. Like, think about it. You wouldn't see King George the Fourth, or even King George the Fifth or Sixth lead his armies. You don't see Queen.
We haven't had a comment in the chat for nearly an hour. I'm kind of sad.
We don't see.
Are there people still watching?
We don't.
I don't think
so,
Queen. It says 2 people, and if you're still in there, and I am.
I mean, think about it.
We're the only 2 chat members left in the chat.
We don't see modern day Queen Elizabeth II, run. Give me that helmet. Give me that helmet. Give me that rifle. I'm roughing it up in the trenches.
If that,
the Queen,
If thou must rough it, thou must.
I'm Queen Elizabeth II. Give me that rifle. Give me that helmet. I'm roughing it up in the trenches. Right then, men, come along. Time to retake the 13 colonies. Maybe beat the French up along the way. Who knows?
Oh, God.
Depends how we're feeling after we've conquested America. Though it would feel right again. Like when I was a young girl, beat the shit out of the French. That's how it is. We all know that no Englishman or Britishman, regardless, can sit idly by. Well, and no Britishman can remain comfortably in this world while the French are allowed to exist.
I find it very interesting that I want to go back to the United States for a little bit. Like the congressmen, some of those people who run Congress have been there since JFK.
Which is exactly why Congress needs term limits.
Yeah.
and
Like-
elections, and they shouldn't be able to pick their own replacements. That's jacked. My dog is beating at my door. Go away, animal.
Hang on a sec. Have any of you, while we're on the subject of history, have any of you seen Blackadder?
Black Hatter.
Ooh.
Like, it's a Rowan Atkinson comedy.
No, I have not. All I know is that Rowan Atkinson plays Mr. Bean.
It's like a comedy. It's a comedy World War One series from the either the 80s or the 90s, and
Oh God, this thing's been going for 3 hours and 2 minutes.
and there's
Yeah.
a bit where they like one of the men who's with who Rowan Atkinson is playing. He's playing Captain Edmund Blackadder, and this is for the 4th series of Blackadder. Like this is the first one that's in World War One now, and the captain or lieutenant or whoever his name, lieutenant who's with him called George, says, "Sir, how did World War One?" Oh wait, no, that wasn't George. It was Baldrick. Says Private Baldrick says, "Sir, you know how there's a war on?" And he says, yeah. And he says, "Yes, Baldrick, I can see that." As like bombs are raging overhead, and he says, "Well, sir, there's a war on now, which means it had to come from somewhere." It's like, and it says,
That's from Austria-Hungary, isn't it?
and it's just like, no, he says, so there would have been a time when there wasn't a war on, meaning that there would have had to be something that made the war be on. And like he says, yes, well, you see, it all started. And then George says,
Ferdinand.
and then George said, "Oh, I know this. It's a good story. Tell it, Captain." And then Baldrick says, "Hang on a second." He said, "Isn't it where the ostrich got shot by somebody who was hungry?"
Yeah.
And it's so funny. It's like, isn't it like when an ostrich was shot? And it's like, and then he says, "No, it was an Austrian shot by like whatever in Hungary, and then like whatever it was."
It was an
And
Austrian shot by a Serbian in Hungary.
yeah, and
Actually, wait, no, he wasn't shot in Hungary. He was shot in Bosnia, wasn't he?
yeah, I think so. Anyway, whatever it was, the funny thing about this though is that following this, Blackadder, who Rowan Atkinson played, said proceeded to tell the rest of the story, and at the end of it, he said basically everyone formed 2 sides so that the war would not happen. So a war would not happen, and then he says. And then he's like, "So the war didn't happen then?" And he says, "No." He's just like, getting mad at Baldrick because he's like, "So the war didn't happen." And then
While the bombs are raining behind them.
yeah, and then after that, he says, "No, we are clearly in a war," and like, proceeds to yell at him. And he says, "So that poor ostrich died for nothing."
The poor ostrich died for nothing.
Australia, in a nutshell. We're gonna fight some animals.
Emu, alligator,
I don't get that. I never understood the
Shark.
concept of going to war with an animal that most likely
Magpie.
does not understand the concept of war.
dingo.
An emu doesn't understand the concept of war. It's an
That's
emu.
Australian
Kangaroo.
logic for you.
Right then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to unveil to you that we are officially going to war with the emus. It will be a long, bloody, and arduous fight, but if we all continue, we can.
And somehow they
assist-
lost to a
to-
bunch of emus.
To
Like,
assist in the war effort, we might be able to bring our good men home successfully. Right then.
But the thing is, Edward, that bit of music did not exist when they went to war with the emus.
Well, I don't give a bloody crap because it sounds quite nice. I think so. And, forget the timeline in it. We don't need any of that rubbish. I'm Australian. Do you think I care about history?
gonna have a kangaroo.
Fair enough.
On the baby.
I'm just gonna, go, find a dingo, snap its neck, grab a kangaroo, jump around with it. You know how it is, and then probably, I don't know, find a joey and then like tame it or something, so it'll be my lifelong friend.
Oh my god.
Then I'll just go bash an emu's brains out. Why not? Before finally having my life ended being eaten by a shark.
You know, it's funny because the Australians went to war with birds just because they just.
The birds.
I don't even know how to
eating their-
explain like how.
I mean, to be fair, I admit they had a valid reason for going to war.
Well, they did, but at the same time, why? Why go to war with a bird that can't
You
fly?
cannot question your government, young man. What matters is young,
The great
brave
next
young
up is
men
the
rich-
sequel, The Great Ostrich War.
Listen, mate. Brave young men risked their valuable imperial lives to face down the emu threat.
There's still
any
some birds, which is still some birds that you know you just. You know,
was there even any
died.
human death in the Great Emu War?
No, not a
yes,
single
many
human
humans
died.
died, and only a couple of
What?
birds. That shows you
heck-
how pathetic they are.
No human.
How pathetic
Actual
the
humans
Australian
died in the war.
military is. They
Yeah,
can't even
not
kill off a
Not
couple
only
of
were they
birds.
stupid, but they were also pathetic at fighting.
Wait, humans died in the war?
Yes.
Yes.
Bloody hell, our military is shit, innit?
God, it's just the most laughable thing I've ever heard about the Australian
Actually,
people.
wait a
is that
minute. I just realized
some of their ancestors lost to a bunch of birds.
Hold on a moment. Wait a moment. Saying
Flightless
jack
birds.
shit or bullshit in Australia probably doesn't make. It's dingo shit, innit?
I think
Our
they had.
military is dingo shit.
I'm pretty sure they had donkeys over there. Not sure.
Well, that would just make it arse, innit? What's
I
donkey
found
got to do with weird shit?
I found a colonial house.
Hold up, you just say colonial. It sounds like love.
It looks horrible though, so
No, it's
Colonial
perfection.
time.
It's perfection. It has the word colonial in it.
no, but it's like an American colonial house.
Hooray!
Cows, grab it and burn it in a fire.
It's my house.
Hey, look, that's an wait, no, put it back down. That's an accurate representation of what my house looked like.
You live in a garage.
Money was tight growing up, all right.
Yeah, I just imagine it's like an add-on. It's like, hey, so people live in the big house, but there are also people who live in the garage.
Wait, listen. Money was tight in the outback. You understand me? Money
only
was
go to-
very difficult to come by in the outback.
Outback State House.
Yeah, I'm
No,
making it because this road is so big. I'm making it a 2-door garage instead.
Welcome
yeah.
to Australian. Welcome to
And plus, this is a
Australian-
big house. This is a big, nice house. So I think they would have more than one car.
Welcome to Outback Steakhouse.
The steakhouse. They got the koala. Oh god. Oh no. I don't even know what you can do.
Listen, mate. See, remember back in the Australian outback, the only real thing that we could do to make money, because like I said, money's kind of difficult to come on the Australian outback. We had to grab a kangaroo, snap its head off, and sell the eyeballs for like 2 cents a pop.
On the menu of Outback Steakhouse, they got the koala steaks.
They've got the kangaroo eyeballs.
and the most stereotypical dish, the barbead shrimp. It's
Here in Soviet Union, in Mother Russia, you do not eat.
it's like one of the most. I find that really interesting. That's just some weird shit that's like got stereotyped over here. Is that Australians cook shrimp on the barbecue?
Shrimp on the barbie.
And that's not even true. It's like
It's
what?
prawns. They were complaining about it. I was showing it like some of them an advertisement. Well, I know my English teacher was showing them like an advertisement, and they were like, and they saw that, and they were like, "No, it's prawns." I'm like, "No, it's shrimp."
And then all the people in all of them were like, "Oh, come on, lads, we don't actually cook shrimp on the barbie." Now, after this, anybody want to go get some shrimp? My father was cooking it on the barbie earlier.
What? They all just fucking start attacking him.
Yeah. Everybody else just look at him. They're like, what? Then they all jump on him and just like tearing him to pieces. Here in Soviet Mother Russia, you do not eat cow. The cow eat you.
Oh yeah, you
Well, actually, you must
In
understand.
Soviet Russia,
That is a lie. We actually did not have cow at all. One
Edward,
day, yes.
tell the story of the poor Soviet guy.
Oh,
Right
God.
from the beginning when I was doing those iOS edits.
Oh, God. I wish they had recorded that because I don't remember it now.
No, it was
Oh.
like basically Edward was telling the story of a communist who hated his life, but still was very optimistic about everything, regardless of how negative what he said. He's like Stalin came over and murdered my family, but it is good. And he's like, it is good thing that he respects my family.
Oh, yeah. So you'll see, Vladimir, the glorious leader Stalin came over to my house, grabbed my child, decapitated him, and then shot my wife in the head. I am very, very glad he did this. He respects my family and cares about their well-being. Because if he did not do this, we actually do not have any food and they would have starved to death. So he finished job quickly.
See, this is what I mean. Like he's like so like optimistic, regardless of how bad everything's going on.
You see, I felt very, very much a lot of sadness and felt very, very much pain. But it is very good because I got vodka, and vodka make all the pain go away. You see, the way I feel better about my wife dying is I drink and I drink until I cannot remember what my wife looked like. I keep on drinking until I forget I had a son.
Oh my God.
You see, because the things that are needed to get food are very, very difficult to come by in Mother Russia, like potato and like pig and like cow.
Oh yeah, tell him the story about the potatoes, like how like they ran out of potatoes, but Stalin was growing his own.
Oh, okay. So, yes. Well, there was 1 year back when my wife and my child were still alive, where we were missing the potato, and we had all been farming potato because Vladimir Lenin told us to farm the potato, and you see we were doing the farming, and then we left one day after we had the potato were almost ready to harvest. And then we came back day next, and the potato were gone. So we went back home to listen, back to Moscow, communist heartland, to listen to Vladimir Lenin as he gave us a speech about our great and beautiful communist society. And you see, while he was doing speech, a bunch of people were behind him, loading potato onto truck and driving away. Vladimir Lenin was also eating potato. So there is only one explanation for what happened to our potato. Vladimir Lenin is now growing his own potatoes to share with all of his communist children, and a bunch of very, very annoying capitalist rats came and stole our potato.
Oh
But
my
it
God.
is very, very
Do
good
you get what's happened though to the potatoes?
He stole them. That's what.
Yeah, he stole them, but like he's like, there's only one logical explanation for this, and it's like he's growing his own homegrown potato.
But this is very, very good because Vladimir Lenin is also growing his own potato, and he will come back one day to share his potatoes with his communist children. So there is no problem. And besides, until then, they continue to provide us with vodka, which is really all you need. So eventually you drink so much that you forgot that you were growing the potato. So you see, there are no potato. So, anyways, moving on to what we have to do. You see, there in Mother Russia, we do not have the material to create things like food, or hospital, or and sometimes even clothing. Or oh god, we also can't build the home, or the building, or the store, or the school, or the shoes, or the glasses, or but it's okay because we have vodka, and it gets us through all of issue. All issue go away when you drink. It is like a magical spell that make you forget about all problems. And of course, it does not matter about our condition, because more importantly, Vladimir Lenin cares about us and provide us with vodka. And capitalists are the reason why we have everything taken from us. We will resist and continue to drink. So moving on to how you fight somebody in Mother Russia. Usually in uncivilized capitalist society, you would walk up to somebody, raise your fist, and repeatedly move your fist at the other person very, very quickly until the other person's chest stops moving up and down. And they are no longer breathing. So what you do, that is not how fight to work in Mother Russia. You see what you do. You and the person who you are quote unquote fighting, you do not raise your fist at one another. You both of you find the table and you find chair. Then you sit down. You both pull out a bottle of vodka and you begin to drink. And you continue to drink until you have completed the bottle of vodka. And whoever is the last one to complete drinking bottle of vodka spontaneously dies.
What the fuck? One drink too many.
And then that is how you win fight in Mother Russia. You just have to drink vodka very, very fast. And then the other person will spontaneously die. But the body does not usually stay there because we are all so hungry. Then we no longer have food. So usually all of the people around who were watching the fight would begin to chow down on the body.
What?
You must understand, I do not blame them. They are very, very hungry. And the last time that we had actual human meat is before all of the pigs ran away.
This is the first time I've ever experienced a stream where I think we have 0 viewers that aren't us. This is just what's going on. No one's watching this, and no one is like going, "Stop, please."
But the thing is, they will be able to watch stream we play, and they will see this gloriousness. I guarantee that if there was anybody still watching the stream, they would be telling me, "Shut up, shut up, shut up." But you see, I will not be doing that because in Russia, well, actually, I probably will be doing this because you back in Mother Russia, if Vladimir Lenin told somebody to do this, shut up, and they refused, that person would disappear.
Wow. Finally. Silence. My god.
Okay, I've returned. Get better vodka drinking.
Okay.
What are you talking about silence? You do not get silence when I'm around.
Dang it.
Sweet, you see, you wish for sweet relief. That is something that everybody.
The last message was just under an hour ago. I think it's time we should end.
Please, you must understand.
Please help.
You must understand.
Everyone, someone join. Please help.
Wait, please, Mr. American. You must understand that we actually have a lot in common with you. You wish for sweet relief of me stop talking. And in Mother Russia, we pray every day for sweet release of death.
We're not so different, you and I. I wanted.
Exactly. We are not so different, you and I. We both live in constant suffering. You hear my voice, and I breathe. Suffering. Okay, if it is what you want, I will go silent. If you want, I can call up my German friend who has much more appealing voice.
Oh,
You do not
All right. Well,
want me.
I've made quite a lot of progress. Just for those who are happy to be watching it on the replay, if you survive this
yes.
part,
Oh my god, please.
for
If you were
those who
able to
skipped,
survive,
for those who
able to
skipped to the end to
survive
see
the
the
replay.
progress that was made over
See,
this
the
last
thing is,
stream,
if
this is
you
it.
have
This is all. This
survived
is all we got done. Just this side and a few bits of
Town has
houses.
been finished. Or this
But yeah,
section.
this section of the town has been finished, and I'm thinking this is all relatively flat down here. And you know, obviously, English towns have a lot of like hills and everything like that within them. So for this next baseboard, I'm going to curve the road sharply upwards up onto a hill, and then the houses are going to follow that as well.
Hooray.
I
Possibly,
would
if
just
I
like
can find
to
any
say that for everybody watching stream replay who are able to make it to this point and withstand my voice, thank you. Communism approved. I salute you.
Yes, thank you.
Join the commune.
I'm going to be using a lot of these houses, which have like you see the stones underneath them
Yeah.
that you can use. You can use them like on the more hilly bits.
I am no shaman.
I'm really enjoying building this so far.
Yeah, it seems like you are.
It is
Like,
very enjoyable to build.
I'm enjoying it a lot more than the SSOC one.
yeah, because
That
that's
is-
probably like you adapting a wooden
Trying
rail.
to match all the sets up in a coherent manner.
Yeah, while also keeping it to the standards of like a train's route, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm enjoying it. Plus, it's 2 tracks. I like building like 2-track main lines.
I think Gordon's Hill is a 2-track, so that works.
But the whole of the railway series main line is 2 tracks. So
Yeah. I think it ever so rarely diverges off into 3, but I don't think it does all the time.
it goes into 3 and 4. Like on this route, especially, it goes into 3 over here, just outside of Crosby, as like a passing loop.
Yeah.
Wherever it is. It's a passing loop for only in one direction though, which is here.
Yep.
And then it just goes into 3 and then merges back into 1 again. And it's just because I really didn't want to put in too many bushes here. So I just increased the tracks to 3 so I don't have to put down that much more bushes. And then I was going to
stream has been going on for 3 hours and 25 minutes, and there are 0 people watching.
Well, there we go. That is that. So
I mean,
This is quite
I don't mind
depressing.
talking to no one, but I mean,
What?
if there's 3 people here, as long there's no chat members, but I don't mind talking to like no one. It's not like people are in the chat. So I'm trying.
Yeah, it is just like recording regular YouTube video.
Yeah.
I'm also German, by the way.
Hi.
Yeah. I am Gunther.
right, well, that's all we have for today. So for those who don't have an account and are just watching, thank you for making it this far. It's
Yes. I'm very thankful.
I definitely couldn't sit through one of my live streams and watch me talk about trains for 3.5 hours. So, oh yeah, there you go. It is 11:51 in the morning. The last message was at 10:51. It's been an hour exactly since the final message. So it is time to end on that saddening bombshell. It is time to end. Thank you so much.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming and watching the live stream.
Thank
you for joining me, Edward. Thank you for joining me, Riley.
Yeah, you're welcome. I love joining
thank you,
these.
Cameron, for joining for like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out
thanks
to
for
Cameron, man.
joining and then leaving. But there we go.
I really
That-
wanted to join when he was in, but I just didn't get didn't
Hey,
get
you
the
want to
time.
know the sad thing?
What?
There were originally supposed to be 3 regulars on this live stream series, me, Ben, and Cameron. But technically speaking, Riley has had more screen time on these streams than Cameron.
Yeah, it's like I've
Yeah,
become
Riley,
a
Riley, you're
regular
the third.
instead.
You're the third member of these streams now.
You're a special
Hooray.
guest. If you want to,
I mean, technically, I did help with this iOS. I just never did. I helped with getting the scenery. So yeah,
Yes, for Ellsbridge
and
and
Tidmouth and
which I might not actually end up using that station building anymore. I'm sorry.
yeah, because of RWS allows this scenery to be shared, so you could just upgrade it to be Dan's.
Although I don't like that other one either. I'm going to make one completely from scratch so it can fit like 8 express coaches in there.
Okay.
Because in the railway series, I think it was like Edward and Gordon or something like that. First illustration where you see Gordon pulling like the brown coaches. He's pulling about 8 of them.
Ben, are you just trying to
Yeah.
stretch out the runtime till 3:30?
No, that was completely unintentional. I was just explaining my plans to Riley for the future. But no, I can do that.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, we can. They can go on for 2 more minutes.
Keep time
and the
filling.
thing is that Knapford, not Knapford, Vickerstown looks incredibly like a TV series Knapford. So I'm going to, have to get like something that's similar to Knapford for Vickerstown. But
There was this really cool not Knapford, Vickerstown route. This railway series Vickerstown route. It was on, I think, Soda Trainsworks 3D. It's really accurate to what it was, and I think all the station was DLS assets.
I think it was made with AGS stuff then.
Yeah,
Well, it wouldn't be green, so I'm going to try and get like some reskins of those.
Yeah, I don't know if the license says, "Oh yeah, you can reskin this as long as it's like for free and not like."
Oh yeah, I think you can because Cameron reskinned some for my SSOC Kirk Ronan. So.
Right.
Well, that's all we have, everyone, for today. We've got exactly 1 minute to go.
Yep.
So pretend I didn't say that.
Watching.
Yes, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave you with this shot of Ellsbridge to look at. Not Ellsbridge. You've got me talking about Ellsbridge now. Wellsworth. I'm going to quickly pull up the SSOC map, wherever
We
that
need
is.
the outro. Where's the outro?
No, because it's just the intro. So.
While Ben's doing that, I will do it. Yeah. So thank you all for coming.
And thank you, Riley and Edward, for joining me. I know I've said that already. I really need to
pad run
railway series enough. It is about time to end. So thank you very much, everyone. We're going to end now because
good night,
it's too
everyone.
late.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yes, goodbye, everyone, and see
Good night,
you
everyone.
on